Welcome into another edition of Prep Preview on CISN. We're powered by Fairway. Time for week 3 of the Iowa high school football season. We got a slate of games coming your way here on CISN. 3 big ones. Before we get into our matchups, though, in week 3, let's take a look back at what we saw in week 2. Let's first start in Ankeny, where on paper, this one felt like it was going to be a blowout. Ankeny, the defending state champions in Class 4A, facing off against their crosstown rival, the Centennial Jaguars. Ankeny ranked number 2, a Centennial start. They were 0-1 going into the game as they were polished off by Indianola in week 1. But the Jaguars, they were ready to play from the get-go. Defense played absolutely incredible, all over the place. Made their former teammate, J.J. Cole, now the quarterback at Ankeny, things were very difficult for him. Though Colin Kadolf had an excellent game, over 200 yards rushing, that defense did enough to slow things down. On the other side of the ball, it was the running game, again, for Ankeny Centennial. They got it done. Couple of rushing touchdowns, and they hold on for the 14-7 crosstown rivalry win. The Jaguars pull it off. They move to 1-1 on the season. The Hawks fall to 1-1 after the loss. And congratulations again to Jerry Pizzetti, the co-head coach, along with his son, and what a job he has done. Now tied for the all-time wins record here in the state of Iowa. He'll get another shot coming up this week now to break that record. Let's go to game 2 here of our coverage from last week of week 2, Southeast Polk and West Des Moines Valley. It was a top 5 matchup, but certainly didn't play out that way as the top-ranked Rams ran away from the Tigers, a dominating performance up and down the field. The defense played outstanding in the first half, and it feels now after a couple weeks in, the Southeast Polk Rams, they have separated themselves a little bit from the rest of the pack now in the new Class 5A. Take a look at the east side of the state. Saw some upsets early on. Cedar Falls has already taken a loss. Bettendorf already with the loss. We'll see the Cedar Rapids schools, both Kennedy, how good they're going to be. A lot of people seeing some buzz out of that squad. The Cougars, who played for a state championship a few years back, they're back on the right path. We'll see over there, but as it pertains to Central Iowa, it looks to be the Rams' year, at least here in the early portions of the season. Another thing to keep an eye on, though, is the health of Xavier Wampka, the fine safety and running back. He was seen on crutches in the second half of the game. We'll wait for an update and see what he is going to be going forward for the Rams. For Valley, they turned the page after taking a loss and get difficult schedule, as always, for Coach Swenson's team early on in the season. We'll see where the Valley Tigers go from here. Still a lot of work that they need to do on the defensive side of the football. And our third and final game last week, early on, once again, Waukee Northwest jumped out to an early first half lead. They shut out the Dowling Catholic Maroons. They were up 10-0 at the half. Some big plays there, and Waukee Northwest certainly not going to be a pushover here in their first season as a program after the split of the Waukee schools. But Dowling Catholic, champions are made in the fourth quarter, and that's what they did again. 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns as they win it 17-10 over Waukee Northwest. And boy, Northwest, they got to feel, depth certainly a concern with the new school. Not the same numbers that they had a year ago with just one program. But for Waukee Northwest, even at 0-2, I think they have to be happy where they are. Not record-wise, but as it pertains to what we've seen on the field. That's a team that certainly has a lot of positives to take away, even with that 0-2 start. Some other games from around the area last week. It was Urbandale-Johnston, one of the great rivalries here in Central Iowa. Urbandale got that one done, 17-7, the victory for them as they pick up the win. How about down in Class 4A with the new addition and the changing in the structure this year? Fort Dodge got a really good squad this year. They play at the 4A level. They doubled up Ames 42-21. Great performance out of them. Des Moines East picks up their first victory of the year as they outlast Des Moines North with the win. Another crazy game. Norwalk and Des Moines Lincoln got together. A game that started at Lincoln and ended in Norwalk, all on Friday night. The lights went out at Lincoln at the football field. They decided, you know what? We're in the second half of this game. Bus everybody up. Let's head south a little bit further. And Norwalk finished off the victory 35-14 in that one there. And one of the biggest stories certainly of Friday night was Des Moines Roosevelt. The Rough Riders get it done. They end the losing streak of the city schools against the suburban schools as they get it done against Waukee High. 19-3, the final there. Congratulations to Coach Barnett and everybody involved with the Roosevelt program. Just that sense of relief certainly that you can feel from everybody involved, and not just with Roosevelt, but just the city schools in general. Get that monkey off their back, and it has to feel great, certainly for everybody involved with Des Moines City football. So those are some of the scores from around the area back in week 1. Take a look forward here. Week 2, we'll take a look forward at week 3. Also coming up, we'll have our conversation with the coaches. We'll hear from the coaches of your game coming up here on the other side. Countdown to kickoff here. It's Prep Preview on CISN, powered by Fairway. We're back with more in a moment.
We are ready. We've waited for this one for a long time. The anticipation, the excitement, the intensity. The teams are on the field looking to build on last week's success.
Construction doesn't need a play-by-play call, but it does need a team. Like the team at Graphite Construction Group. From concept to planning to building completion, our team is with you every step of the way. We've been building all over Iowa. Schools, offices, stadiums, critical services, and more. Talk with us. Tell us your vision, and you'll see and feel the difference of having the Graphite team with you every step, brick by brick, beam by beam, and play by play.
And the beam is up.
Mitch, this isn't a field goal.
You mean like it's a touchdown? Graphite Construction Group.
Graphite Construction Group. We build it better.
So Russ, what do you do in the off-season?
Mitch, we don't have an off-season.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. And at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
If you plan to buy a franchise business or you're thinking of starting a new franchise, there's a lawyer right here in Central Iowa that can help you through the process. Rush Niggett of Brick Gentry Law PC has set up an affordable service to help individuals considering buying or starting a franchise business. Learn more online at rushonbusiness.com. Let Rush Niggett help you buy or start your franchise. Rush Niggett, the franchise lawyer with Brick Gentry Law PC. It's good to have Rush on your side.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of Home.
Welcome back to Prep Preview on CISN, powered by Fairway. Time to get ready for kickoff and hear from the co-head coach for Ankeny Centennial. He is Ryan Pizzetti, as he joined Paul Yeager earlier this week. Get ready for kickoff. Conversation with the coach, powered by Elite Eye Care.
Joining us now here on the pregame show, co-head coach of the Centennial Jaguars, Ryan Pizzetti. And coach, last week, always good to get a win. Maybe a little sweeter when it's against the town rival. What did that game mean to the team this year?
You know what? Just coming off of that first week defeat at Indianola and then coming back against a very, very good Ankeny team and performing the way we did, it was satisfying. And then moving on to Waukee, and then, you can't look ahead, but, our schedule doesn't get any easier as it goes ahead. So, very satisfying at the time, but back to work this week against Waukee.
We interviewed Peyton Good in the post-game show. I mean, he performed, as some Centennial Jaguar observers noted, probably the best game of his career. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, Peyton's a phenomenal athlete. I think after week one, we realized what we could and couldn't do with him, and going forward, it's a nice foundation of building blocks that we can continue with.
The term slobber knocker could be used to describe the first half. It was pretty back and forth. Nobody really kind of had much of an edge until you had that drive in the second quarter when it just seemed to be all the plays worked. There's the shutty pass down the far sideline for you, and then Peyton had a couple of big runs. What do you think was the big difference last week?
In big games like that, you're not going to get everything to go your way, and we knew we just had to be patient. I believe the first couple drives we had, we went 3 and out, and that's just the way it goes with big games like that, with the quality defense like they do have. We just knew we had to be patient. Things would come to us, and our defense held up, and we were fortunate enough to get some scores there in the first half, and the second half we controlled the clock a little bit, and that's what we want to do to win those games like that.
That drive in the fourth quarter, legendary 8-10 minute drive. I mean, that's just the way you had it drawn up, right?
Oh, absolutely. No, I mean, that's what we want to do. We want to possess the ball when it gets to situations like that. We did catch some breaks on that drive, no question about it, but we did execute well enough. We wish we'd have got some points at the end of it, but controlling the ball for about 10 minutes, that's a compliment to our offense and our execution.
Defense answered the challenge as well, holding that team from Ankeny only 7 points. Who stood out for you defensively?
It was just a collective effort. I after the first game versus Indianola, there's a lot of questions about what we were as a defense and how we could improve. And the coaches really put together a nice game plan, knowing all the weapons that Ankeny has. Kadolf and everybody else they have a nice offensive line as well, and they held up. Ankeny had some drives. They had that one very, very good drive in the second half where they scored, and we just held up. And that's in those type of games, you just got to bend but don't break.
I thought I had my notes on my other screen. I was going to look it up. It looked like you had some guys that just really, Keegan Adriano really put on some big hits at some key times. Was he a guy that stood out?
Oh, absolutely. Keegan's a good football player. He wants to play at the next level. He's a tough kid, and no question, he's one of the leaders, senior leaders on our defense.
Tonight against Waukee, you have a team that's still looking for A, their first touchdown, B, their first win. That is probably one of those tough positions as a coach. You have to get your team ready after such a high level 1 week to come back and know you have a 5A football team lining up across from you that can do some damage.
Oh, absolutely. You know, when you saw their improvement from week 1 to week 2, I know they got beat by Roosevelt, but they did improve significantly. They moved some guys around. They are dangerous. I know they haven't scored a touchdown this year, but they have done some nice things offensively, defensively. They're pretty good. And with Ankeny, I think Ankeny scored 3 touchdowns that were either defense or special teams. And when you look at that, the defense probably gets blamed for that at the end with the score. But at the end of the day, their defense is pretty sound. We know we're going to have to play well to be competitive in this game. We're looking forward to it.
This is an opportunity for your guys to get on the you're at 500 to get to that second win of the season. What would that mean for your team with a win tonight?
Oh, absolutely. We tell our kids we divide the season up into thirds. This is that last game of that first third. To be 2-1 coming out of that, I think we'd be very pleased going in the next week game against Cedar Falls. So, but it's gonna be a big game for many reasons. We're excited for it. We want to stay healthy and continue on.
There's one other reason that this game might be kind of big, and it's the guy that shares your last name, your father. This would be a monumental win tonight. What's that discussion been like between the two of you?
Yeah, you know what? We haven't talked about it. It's a lot of other people have. I think it was a year or two ago that somebody brought up the fact that he was getting close to it. And I'll be honest with you, we had to look it up to even see. Individual achievement in our house has never been something that we look at. He'd be the first to say it's a collective effort with all the kids that he's coached and all the coaches that he has coached with. So absolutely, it's important. It's a milestone win for him, and we're just happy to be part of it. So well, hopefully on Friday we can play well enough to get that done.
And you personally, though, I mean, getting to coach with your father is something that not many people get to do. What have you learned most from him in coaching?
You know what? Just how to treat people right. We were talking about this because we have so many staff members that played for either Ankeny and or Centennial. I think I was a player when he won his 200th game at Urbandale. I was an assistant coach for 300, and then co-head coaches for 400, and then to be part of this one would be a nice deal for everybody.
Well, have fun tonight, Coach. I appreciate the time. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, that's co-head coach Ryan Pizzetti of the Centennial Jaguars. Our pregame show continues after this on CISN.TV.
For all of your and your family's eye care needs, make it Elite Eye Care. Dr. Ethan Heisman, Dr. Heidi Bell, and Dr. Kelsey Sawatsky provide expert eye care close to home. From eye exams to contact lenses, eyeglasses to sunglasses, make Elite Eye Care your local optometrist. Set up your next eye care appointment with Elite Eye Care, 9250 University Avenue in West Des Moines, and online at eyedoctordemoines.com.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Guys, are you looking for an excuse to watch football all weekend long? Then schedule your vasectomy with the Urology Center of Iowa. The Urology Center of Iowa offers nitrous during your vasectomy, cutting-edge technology to help you relax during your procedure. Make the call to 515-400-3550. That's 400-3550 or online at iowauro.com. Vasectomies with the Urology Center of Iowa, and tell them you heard it on KXNO.
Our team at D. Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the D. difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new D. Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new D. Ford Indianola, drmanford.com.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Back here on the pregame show on CISN TV, Gabe Baker, head coach of the Waukee Warriors. Coach, long time no talk. How you been?
I know it feels like so long ago. Now we've had a good couple weeks.
Making a trip back over to Ankeny. This time you play Centennial. What's changed about your team since week one?
I think just the familiarity with everything. The game day expectations, how our team's going to react in pressure situations. And just the attitude of improvement. I really think from 2 weeks ago, we improved from week 1 to week 2, even though the score didn't specifically reflect that. But I really think we've improved this week as well.
Let's start on the offensive side of the ball. Still looking to get that first touchdown. You got some points. What is it that, has Blake Hawk developed as you thought he would?
Our offense as a whole just has to keep getting better and more consistent. We started off the game last week with a 20-play drive. We ran the ball 18 times and passed it twice, which is fine by me, but we got to put that thing in the end zone. We had to settle for a 30-yard field goal, which is great, but you punch that in and it changes the game. I really think Blake has stepped up in a leadership role. There's no secret that we kind of struggled in the passing game, which we have to improve, and that's been a focus for us. But he's been one of the biggest learners, knows that he has to improve it, and he's trying to lead the whole offense and trying to improve in that regard.
Your offensive line, I don't think has changed since week 1. It was all the same names that you'd given me. That development and that cohesion, I'm guessing, is going to be key also for getting your passing game forward.
Yes, it is. Protection, is one of the biggest parts of the passing game. Not only do you have to throw and catch it, but you have to protect the quarterback. So the more confidence Blake can have in those 5 guys up front, the better the back 5 guys are going to be in the long run.
Receivers, you still have Kamara and Allen and Hall and Charlie Cross there at the tight end. I mean, how have those guys, again, I think you talked about a couple of weeks ago about terminology, trying to sort some things through. How are they adjusting of, I'm supposed to run this out, a 7 and out at this exact moment?
They've done significantly better in the last week or so. For a couple of those guys, just seem like it's clicked, and it just takes time. We talked before is how we do a lot of things similar to what's been done here, but the terminology is always going to be different. And I think those kids have risen to the challenge in the past couple of weeks, and hopefully see that steady improvement here on Friday night.
Defensively on the front side of the ball, you've moved Sonny Salkick into a starting spot. You talked about his strength. It's apparently legendary around Central Iowa, because I had, again, more people say, who's this freshman that's so strong? Make that change there, but what's been going right for you on the defensive front line?
After our game against Ankeny, we also moved Morris inside. Morris Kone, he moved inside as a tackle as well, which gives us kind of that 1-2 punch on the inside. I also think our linebacker development has gotten better. Jace Nelson had a fantastic game against Roosevelt last week. But overall, that our defense only allowed somewhere in about 185 yards last weekend. which in most high school football games is enough to win a darn ball game. So that's what we told them is you did your job. We got to step it up in the other aspects. So really like their improvement. They've been flying to the ball. I know we're undersized in a few spots, but we'll take our kids and try to go tackle with 11 of them.
Strides are important. What do you think has been a key for making those strides?
I just think game experience. You know, that first game against Ankeny, we had 2 kids that had played in a varsity football game. And then we had our first home game and a lot of emotions with everything that was around a televised game like that and different things. So now hopefully we can just hit our stride and continue to feel comfortable underneath the Friday night lights.
Tonight against Centennial, this is a team that frankly susceptible to with high school kids. They can go real high and they can go real low. You got to like your spot right there. What is it that you see in that team where you're like, okay, I think we can have success here?
Well, I think Centennial does a very good job of keeping off balance with the run, for one thing. I do think our defense has put in this film study, and they kind of have their keys of what they want to do. And I really think we can hopefully take advantage of some of the tendencies that we've seen. I also think our kids have confidence in our run game. So I think when our offense is on the field, I really think that we're going to try to attack them on the inside and kind of see where that takes us.
Well, and that is where Ankeny had success last week against Centennial. It was kind of up the middle, a lot of those plays off of either side of the center. And so I know you saw that and saw an opportunity. This offense that Centennial runs, the old wing T with, some new adjustments, teams don't see that as often. How do you approach it?
I don't think you really prepare in high school to see 9 of the same offenses. You see 9 different offenses each week. I mean, that's just kind of the nature of high school football. So you just got to take one at a time. And again, trust your keys. The coaches, defensive side of the ball, have picked out certain things they want to read and have taught that to the kids. So you can't get blinded by the smoke and mirrors. You just got to read your keys and trust it, and hopefully can make some plays when you have a chance.
Sideshow, smoke show, whatever you want to call it, distraction, eye candy, window dressing, it all works. Coach, what do you see as keys tonight for you to win?
Well, I think we have to get off to a good start. We have to have something good happen to us right off the bat. We need to either have a turnover or a big play, a touchdown, a stop. Something has to happen right to get our kids confidence. We also have to, I think, win the turnover battle. We haven't done that yet this year in our first 2 games, and we have to do that. We also need to get an explosive play, whether that's special teams or offensively. We got to get a play over 20 yards. We didn't have one last week. We had just a return against Ankeny, and we have to have those big plays in order to jumpstart our offense.
All right. Head coach of the Waukee Warriors, Gabe Baker. Thank you so much, Coach. Appreciate the time.
You bet. Anytime. Thank you.
For all of your and your family's eye care needs, make it Elite Eye Care. Dr. Ethan Heisman, Dr. Heidi Bell, and Dr. Kelsey Sawatsky provide expert eye care close to home. From eye exams to contact lenses, eyeglasses to sunglasses, make Elite Eye Care your local optometrist. Set up your next eye care appointment with Elite Eye Care, 9250 University Avenue in West Des Moines, and online at eyedoctordesmoines.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
Why do businesses succeed? The Better Business Bureau sees the traits of successful businesses every day. It's not easy, but it is simple. The BBB fosters trust between Iowa businesses and consumers.
Visit bbb.org.
Trencon back with you one final time on Prep Preview, powered by Fairway. As we get ready for kickoff, here are the games tonight. Should be another great night of football, week 3 of the Iowa High School football season. Let's tell you first about the 3 games that you can watch right here on CISN. I'll be on the call alongside Dar Danielson, Waukee Northwest, as they welcome in the top-ranked Southeast Polk Rams. Again, Waukee Northwest, I don't know if you could have drawn up a much more difficult schedule than what they have here the first 3 weeks. There's been so many positives that we've seen, even with the 0-2 start, and really the biggest piece is what they've done in the first half of those games, outscoring both Valley and Dowling 24-5. Now, it's about building some depth and being able to play well into the second half and in the fourth quarter. That's going to be a big piece of this for Waukee Northwest. We know the Rams, they're big, they're physical, they can hit all over the place. And also keep an eye out. We'll see Xavier Wampka, his availability for the game here tonight against Northwest. Game number 2 coming up this evening, Ankeny coming off a loss. They take on Dowling Catholic. The Maroons got it done in comeback fashion a week ago after losing in week 1 to aforementioned Southeast Polk. Now Dowling Catholic. Jake English has taken over the quarterback spot, had his first start a week ago with the injury to Jackson Smolik. We'll see how comfortable he continues to be in that role. The defense is elite going up against Ankeny. And now the Hawks got to look for a bounce back. J.J. Cole really struggled at times throwing the football, getting comfortable in the pocket. And it's very difficult, as always, to get very comfortable against that Dowling Catholic defense. Something to keep an eye on. And then finally, speaking of Ankeny, let's go to Ankeny Centennial. Paul Yeager and the crew will have the call for that one as Centennial welcomes in Waukee. Waukee took the tough loss a week ago against Des Moines Roosevelt. They're off to an 0-2 start and now trying to find their way against Centennial. But as we saw Centennial do last week, you can make big improvements week to week. Certainly going to be the key here for Waukee in their matchup this evening. Coming up here across the central Iowa landscape, a couple other games to keep an eye on. Ames goes to City High, get the matchup of Ames against Iowa City a day before the big Cy-Hawk game. Always fun and love those games that have been happening on the east versus west side of things throughout the years. Also, Valley making their way up to take on Urbandale. Should be a really, really good one in that one. Think that one's going to be a 4-quarter game that comes down to the wire. Just some of the games we'll keep our eye on here tonight. Johnston against Dallas Center Grimes, a 5A versus 4A matchup. Another one to watch tonight. Time to go to the field and get ready for the game. Your matchup tonight, the Waukee Warriors against the Jaguars of Ankeny Centennial. We throw it to Paul Yeager and crew. Centennial and Waukee coming up next here on CISN.
It is a beautiful night for high school football here on CISN.TV. It's the Waukee Warriors at the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars tonight from Ankeny Stadium. Hello, everybody. Along with Tim Halber, I'm Paul Yeager. Jeff Brooks will be along with us a little bit later tonight. Tim, this is a team in the Jaguars who evened up their record at 1-1, but that win last week against Ankeny, kind of a big deal. Centennial, though, opens himself up for one thing. What is that tonight?
They're their own worst enemy tonight. You know, they could be overconfident because they look at the season kind of, they started had an early season loss. They beat their crosstown rival. Counts like a game and a half, doesn't it? And then now they have this team here who's 0-2. They haven't scored a touchdown. So if they get out of their sequence, a little overconfident, not watching their keys a little bit, this could be that game that kind of drops them out, and it's a danger game.
Second time we've seen Waukee in 3 weeks here on this feed of CISN. We'll be familiar with this team. Blake Hawk is still at quarterback. Eddie is still the running back. It is a team that has gotten better each and every week.
And that's what Coach is saying, is that, you know, he's a new coach. There's new terminology, offensively, defensively. So they're getting that under control, and they're playing better because the linebacker play is getting better. Now they have to kind of put it all together in the field. They want some big plays. They need some bigger things like 20-plus yards. So if they can put this together, they're going to get better week on week. It's a good coaching staff, so these players are playing together. They hope they could turn the game tonight.
Couple of changes in the starting lineups. We'll get those to you in just a little bit. We'll also talk a little bit more about the Centennial Jaguars when we come back as our pregame show continues here on CISN.TV. Waukee and Centennial in a moment.
The team at D. Armand Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the D. Armand difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola, darmandford.com.
At Holt Plumbing and Heating, our team is clean-cut, professionally dressed, and always training to be the best. We have families too, and we understand that nothing is more important than keeping them safe and comfortable. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. A high-quality job with a smile and a little extra wow. I would like to personally invite you to experience Holt Plumbing and Heating and find out why, for over 70 years, families all over central Iowa say, let Holt handle that.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Really like your backyard, man.
There's nothing to the east, so I can do this all day.
No, Patrick. East is that way.
Oh, man, that's not good.
With Hy-Vee Aisles Online, it's easy to order online and pick up everything you or your neighbors might need.
Sorry about your hot dogs. All right. It won't happen again.
Okay. Hy-Vee Aisles Online, convenient pickup, and we deliver.
I could not hear you.
Okay, so you go up a little. Back at Ankeny Stadium, it is the Waukee Warriors and the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars here tonight. High school football Class 5A. It is a matchup featuring an 0-2 Waukee team and a 1-1 Centennial Jaguars. The Jaguars open up the season on the road at Indianola with a loss. They came back last week, Tim Halber, with a 14-7 win. Peyton Good, the game of his life is what one coach told me after the game, and a couple others said, you know what, he did play well. What does confidence against a rival do and carry into the next week? We talked about the vulnerability of tonight, but it can also be a huge positive.
You walk in the game, and you had basically it was a home game last week. It's another home game tonight. He's much more confident. It's the same routine going in. He walks up there, that first snap, it's not going to be it's not a crosstown rival. So just being settled down and letting the game slow down for you is going to be a big difference for him.
The third member of our broadcast is Mr. Jeff Brooks. He is down on the field, and I'm going to tell him right now it's 81 degrees. We're going to 69 degrees. Wind is out of the south-southwest at 6 miles an hour. Jeff Brooks, good evening, and can you confirm the weather report?
Oh, yeah. It's pretty nice down here. It's a nice gentle breeze, wish it'd be like this for the Iowa State game tomorrow. That'd be a blessing. But no, it's great down here, Same thing, the vibe on the field's good. I watched a little pregame. Players were looking good. The coaches, I talked to the Waukee coach before the game a little bit. He was excited, said they've built a lot since they've been here 2 weeks ago. So he's hopeful they're going to show up tonight. And, for Ankeny, what is going to be their hangover effect tonight, Are they going to come out with some intensity and consistency or what's going on? But, no, beautiful down here on the field. Shouldn't be any factor at all.
All right. Thank you very much, Jeff Brooks. And one thing that is hanging over this game tonight, Tim Halber, is the head coaching of Jerry Pizzetti. Tonight, with a win, Jerry currently has a career record of 432, 166-1. If he can win tonight and get 433, that makes him Iowa's all-time winningest coach in football, and he would he's tied right now with Dick Tiggy, who coached at St. Ed's and also at Webster City. We're talking 6 decades of coaching. He's seen a little bit in the game of football, don't you think?
Yes, he has. He's got he's got players that he's coaching against now, and he's probably coaching against those players' kids now. So it's a tremendous legacy because a major milestone is getting 100 wins in coaching. Imagine you're over 400. That's really quite an accomplishment.
And it is something he's doing from the co-head coach role. When he came to Centennial, that's what the title was. He's coached at Ankeny. He coached at Melcher, Dallas, and Murray. And we did hear in the pregame show just a little bit asking some questions of son Ryan, who is the other of the co-head coach, and kind of what it would mean. And you've seen a lot. I asked Coach, I happened to visit practice this week, and I just said, what did you – what do you remember? If a kid walked in from those first teams, he goes, you mean from the Melcher Dallas ones? I go, well, them or even some of those Ankeny teams, would you recognize them if they walked in? And he admitted no. I mean, you got to think 60 years ago, 50 years ago, guys change. They might get better looking with age, like Tim, or they might put on more weight like Paul.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
We just look different.
Yeah, just a little bit. Almost like our high school photos. Almost.
But that is a legacy that everybody in the state will be watching tonight to kind of see. And other games that we are going to be watching, the other one that is on the network tonight on CISN through our YouTube channel is the Ankeny at Dowling game. That game's set to kick off here shortly before right at 7 o'clock. Southeast Polk is at Waukee Northwest. That's the opener for that new stadium. Valley at Urbandale, Prairie at Cedar Falls, and City High at Ames, the battle before the battle with the Little Hawks and the Little Cyclones. I love how they play.
Yes. Yes, great games all across the state tonight. Now we've gotten past the first couple of weeks. This is our third week in here. Teams have settled down. There's a lot of movement. Very few undefeated teams are left here in the state.
All right, we will get into your keys of the game in a quick moment. We'll take a break. The two teams will run out onto the field. We'll show you that right after this on CISN.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order?
One banana pudding shake.
Cutting the bananas right now.
Someone got those vanilla wafers?
Almost ready. One banana pudding shake. Order up.
Really like your backyard, man.
There's nothing to the east, so I could do this all day.
No, Patrick. East is that way.
Oh, man, that's not good.
With Hy-Vee aisles online, it's easy to order online and pick up everything you or your neighbors might need.
Sorry about your hot dogs. All right. It won't happen again.
Okay.
Hy-Vee aisles online, convenient pickup, and we deliver too.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order?
One banana pudding shake.
Cutting the bananas right now.
Someone got those vanilla wafers?
Almost ready. One banana pudding shake. Order up.
The Centennial Band is forming. The team has emerged. They were led out by the drum corps, and now they'll gather under the south end zone. The Waukee Warriors are 0-2. They are set to come out to the field as well. Holding that flag is Morris Kone. And for the Jaguars, one of their flag bearers is Carter Cahill. The Jaguars 1-1, looking to open up a 2-1 mark on the season. As they make their final gather, they will run out onto the field, and we will just be a couple of minutes away from kickoff. And, they have a lot of flags. They added a couple of extra in there. The Warriors are on the field now from the north changing area onto the south, and they will occupy the east sidelines, whereas the Jaguars in their home black tops, silver pants trimmed in maroon down the left and right sides. The helmets are silver with a maroon stripe down the middle. Jaguars on the left and right side of those helmets. And I'm only filling for one moment, Tim Halbert, just to get the run out. I don't know what they're waiting for. Maybe they're waiting for me to ask you for the keys of the game. We'll have that in just a moment.
As soon as I start, they'll run.
I thought right there they were going to. Look for the flag, the guys in the front. I don't think they get enough credit for how heavy those flags are. Here they go. Here come the Centennial Jaguars. Not many feelings like that running out onto the field, and they are out there tonight on their home stadium turf. Tim Halber, what do you see as keys for the visiting Waukee Warriors?
As Coach talked about, one is get off to a good start. We saw them 2 weeks ago. They got in a hole early, with the punting game and turnovers. And trust your keys. They're well coached. Do what you're assigned to do and play a heads-up game. For the Centennial Jaguars. Coach had talked about how much they've improved over the last 2 weeks of playing better. I'd say play and be yourself. Go out there, keep improving, watch your keys, and play well and play fast, and they'll have a good game tonight. As the captains make their way out, we'll have the ceremonial coin toss. Coming across for Waukee will be Morris Kone, Jace Nelson. Also, Brennan Matthews and Sam Gorsh. For Centennial, their captains are forming. And I believe it will be Peyton Good. He was out there last week. Our officials tonight, Tyler Eason, Jeff Junker, Michael Lawler, Eric Conrad, and Christopher Thomas. Tyler, you see officiate a lot in the basketball arena, now in football. So your captains for Centennial, Peyton Good, Keegan Adriano, as well as Bo Gerke, Carter Cahill, and Trey Porter. Good on the season is 78 of 303. The team is for running. Peyton himself, 39, 147, 2 touchdowns rushing. Really big game last week. And then passing, he's 14 of 26 for 203 yards and a touchdown and 1 interception. You don't need to be really good at both, but you need to be effective at both. Is that right, Tim? That's right. I think you have to have the balance is the key there. You know, to have a good good offense defense.
And for Waukee, they still looking for that first touchdown. They were blanked here 2 weeks ago against Ankeny, 49-0. Last week lost to Roosevelt, 19-3. First time a Des Moines Metro school had beat a suburban school in several years, so there was some significance for that. But this is a Waukee program that's building after their high school split of Waukee to Northwest. And it just takes a little bit of time to get through those humps. And so I'm really looking forward tonight to see the progress Centennial's made, or that Waukee's made.
Yes, I think they have. It's a very solid coach in Coach Baker. And losing to Roosevelt, it was a much closer game than you'd anticipated. Roosevelt's a very good team, very excellent quarterback play out of Roosevelt. So that is nothing. That's a solid team to play. They played 2 really good teams to start here. So once again, see if they can get off to a fast start, get some momentum, and keep the game close the first half. Roosevelt tonight is at Ottumwa.
And Waukee, as we said, next week they'll be at Valley. Then they have Johnston, Sioux City North, Council Bluffs, Abe Lincoln, at Urbandale, and Dowling Catholic. There are a couple of wins on that schedule for Waukee. For Centennial, it is a tough. There's a lot of tough schedules here in 5A. You've got Centennial that has played Indianola, Ankeny, then Waukee tonight. Then they'll go at Cedar Falls, then at Sioux City East, home with Urbandale, then at Waukee Northwest, home with Southeast Polk for their season finale at home, and at Des Moines East. So, I mean, that is not an easy schedule. Anytime you have Southeast Polk and now really Urbandale. I think, Tim, that was a game you were kind of looking at tonight. That Urbandale Valley game was exciting for you.
Yeah, we're going to find out how good they are, with Urbandale, up there is ranked number 5. They've had 2 really good games. It's a good test for them. We know that Valley's down a little bit. They're only ranked number 8. So that's a good game for them. So it's really going to – this weekend's a big weekend for ranked teams playing head-to-head to kind of shake out these divisional standings.
There's also some other game going on tomorrow, too, that I guess people are caring about.
Yes, there's I'm trying to think north of here. When I left work today, there was a bunch of people running around. I'm trying to remember who's playing.
Wartburg plays tomorrow, I think.
Yes, I think it's Wartburg. I think Wartburg is a big game tomorrow.
All right. Waukee will kick off from right to left in their road whites and black uniforms. High end-over-end kick taken at the 1-yard line. That is Isaiah Stearns. He's at the 15-20. Hurdles a guy up towards the 25 where he's out of bounds, and that'll be where the Jaguars will start with their offensive quarterback, Peyton Good, Ty Morgan, Carter Cahill, Jackson Weibel, Chase Sedino, and Gates in the skill positions. You'll see Kevin Jones, Bokar, Bennett Griffin, Tyler Eisentrigger, Riley Keller up front. For Waukee, it's Gillespie, Kone, Salkick, and Wills Coxon. Craig Nelson and Boardman at the linebackers. Ben Kamara, Lucas Struck, Peyton Betts, and Bryce Hoskinson set to line up as starters on the defensive. First down and 10. It's a handoff. Second man through, and that is Carter Cahill. He's into the secondary and approaching the 44-yard line. Gain of 19. 18 to start.
Yeah, good fake there by Good. Handing the ball in, taking it back out, handing it off to Cahill. Good read. Good hole there on the left side of the offensive line.
Snap of the ball goes Morgan. He's tied up initially and then somehow escapes Ty Boardman's grasp and goes forward for almost 5 yards. Second down.
Almost a tackle there by Sonny Salkick. A true freshman in there playing a nose tackle, and coach said he's the strongest guy in their team.
He did not start in week 1 when we saw him, but he's been moved into that starting position. See how he wears and tears as this game goes on. Good to throw. 3-step drop throws across. Caught. Going forward, Carter Cahill up near the 35-yard line in Waukee territory. Pretty easy-looking offense for the Jaguars. If there's any hangover, it is not visible in these first few plays. Let's take a look at the replay. And Good just goes right back, steps up, throws. It doesn't have to be the fastest, but accuracy is huge, Tim.
Yeah, he's doing a good job there, getting his feet set before he threw the ball, not trying to throw while his feet are in motion. It's much more accurate that way. Little baby rollout, give him some room. He has a chance to look downfield and hit his receiver.
First and 10 from the 35. Morgan up the middle, near the 30-yard line. Before Peyton Betts, the roving safety, 6 foot, 155-pound junior, enters the game with 8.5 tackles. It'll be second down.
Yes, one program had Morgan at 165, and then I see he's there at 200. He looks a lot closer to 200 pounds than he does 165.
Trey Porter comes in. He was kind of a difference maker, just kind of snuck on the field inside the slot of Isaiah Stearns to his right. Morgan to the left of Good. Porter in motion, gets it on the jet sweep. Porter around the left side. He's still running inside the 20. Where he's taken out of bounds by Waukee's Bryce Hoskinson. And that's enough yardage for a first down for now. Penalty flag on the field.
Don't know if they hooked a player in there, on a hold. Yep.
So that'll bring it back.
It's one of the toughest blocks to make. You can make it inside the box, but when you get outside there, the tendency is to want to use your hands. You don't get a good position. You want to get a little bit of jersey, get your fingers out there, and grab somebody. That's going to be a hold every time.
Penalties were a big detriment to Ankeny last week. Centennial was able to take advantage. Let's see what Waukee can do in making it 2nd and 16, all the way back to the 45-yard line. Morgan to the right of Good. Quick throw, near side, high, goes Porter. He grabs it. Ben Kamara, one of the tackles, or tacklers there. It'll be third down.
Good catch by Porter there on his fingertips as a high ball. If he didn't get that might have been picked off. So good catch by Porter.
I think Good, he makes that throw in week 1. He probably doesn't feel as strong about it, or maybe high, it might stay with him, but he's able to flush it now. He's a veteran. Cahill, right side, second man through. Stiff arms one, sidesteps another. Still on his feet. He's approaching a first down, and I think third effort might have got it. They'll stop the clock. It is close.
He might be left foot, right foot spot. Must have got
First
the
down.
right foot got down, so he has a first down.
And there is what a move Cahill made at the 32-yard line. Peyton Betts and Ben Camara, when your safeties and corner are making a lot of tackles, that is a warning sign for your team.
The Waukee defense is in a good position. They just need to make the tackle, otherwise you're going to have a long night.
Cahill in motion. Good's going to keep it. He's hit pretty much as soon as he stepped forward. Morris Kone, the lone returning starter for Waukee. They need him to lead. They're going to need him to make a lot of tackles.
Good job there staying home, reading your keys there, not letting the quarterback find a lane up the middle there for big yardage.
2nd and 9 from the 24. Cahill in motion, gets it on the sweep, cuts it back, and Kone is there, as is Colby Craig, the Sam linebacker.
Good job of lateral pursuit by the defensive line, following the flow. The linemen are pulling out and they're following in, watching their gap control and getting in there making a tackle. So nice job by Morris Kone.
This is one of the biggest uphill battles that Centennial's faced on this opening drive. 3rd and 10. Ball at the 25. Good's going to roll out. Chased. Steps under. Now he's going to tuck and run, and he has got a whole lot of turf. Puts his shoulder down at the 10. He takes down Craig and gets the first down.
You get out there, they're playing a 4-deep shell. Everybody backed up because they had a 3rd and long. They left a linebacker out there to guard Peyton Good. He's going to win that foot race every time. So he got out there, ran outside, picked up the first down.
Tenth play of the drive, which started all the way back at the 25. 1st and goal from the 6. The give to Morgan up the middle. He'll get a couple of tough yards. Sal kick there to make the stop. Beautiful night for high school football here, Tim. I mean, not a cloud in the sky.
We've been very lucky weather-wise so far this year. A little warm, but it's cooling off at night, so it's great for players. May keep the cramps down.
Cahill in motion. Morgan, it's now Cahill. Cahill around the right side. He goes in untouched for the Jaguar touchdown. Carter Cahill, touchdown number 1 on the night. 6-0 Centennial, 6:26 to go. Here's the play again. It's that second man through. That's been the consistent motion of this offense on this drive.
Yeah, the first play they ran, Tyler Morgan, inside, so they respected that. They took the dive.
In for the extra point is Brooks Wee. The lefty gets it in, up, and through. 7-0 Centennial, 6:26 to play here in the first quarter.
Why do businesses succeed? The Better Business Bureau sees the traits of successful businesses every day. It's not easy, but it is simple. The BBB fosters trust between Iowa businesses and consumers.
Visit bbb.org.
Shop WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee has over 375 pre-owned vehicles. All makes, all models. Inventory changes daily. WaukeeChevy.com.
Holt Plumbing Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm reminded of that every day as I see our fleet of vehicles in all shapes and sizes head out to help customers in need. We work hard to keep our vehicles clean and in good shape. Some are customized with great ideas, and some maybe not so much. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
87 yards of offense for Centennial translates into a 7-0 lead. Cahill, 4 carries, 34 yards on that opening drive. 3 for Morgan for 12. Peyton Good, 2 carries for 20 yards. And it is a touchdown for Centennial where they did it all. Pretty much anything they wanted. Ball goes off of one Waukee player, touched again. You've got to get on that in a hurry. Picked up at the 10 and then lit down. Ray Hall had nowhere to go. He barely had time to pick it up before the cavalry was there. Let's go down on the sideline. Jeff Brooks for our first in-game report. Jeff.
Yeah, down here, that was really a grinded out drive by Centennial there. A penalty here, penalty there, got them behind the chains, but they had some big plays. Cahill was a machine in that drive. Give that kid credit. And really, the only thing I saw that they didn't do was the snapper, the holder on that snap had the laces in on that extra point. I was a little worried.
Ray Finkel a little there?
A little bit.
Laces in. I love it. All right. Waukee with their first offensive possession, starting it all the way back at their 10-yard line. They got a long way to go. It's going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle, and a shot delivered to Blake Hawk. Trey Porter came up.
One thing Coach showed us a couple weeks ago that he expects Blake Hawk really is a very good runner. He has several yards rushing already this year. Needs to put that together, keeps the defense a little more honest. This is not the place that the Waukee offense wanted to start their first drive of the game.
Well, they did get 4 on that play. Hawk in an empty backfield. Motion comes across. Hawk keeps it. He goes through one tackler, and it is just going to be, it looks like a lot of Blake Hawk.
Finding a good lane in there, ran it back in the middle, but still picking up positive yards. Picked up 3, almost 4 yards on that play. Makes it a third and manageable.
Niall Eddy comes back in at that running back position. We'll see if he gets called. Tough kid, 40 carries, 167 yards rushing on the season. He is to the side of his quarterback. Long snap count for Hawk. He'll come back up, reset, 8 on the play clock.
10 personnel, no tight end in the formation.
The give is to Eddy. He has a jersey pulled from behind. He looks like he's going to be about a half a yard short. English and Brody Taggart. So do you punt it away? It looks like that's what Waukee's going to do. But Tim, you're right. Positive yardage moving forward. You've seen some teams come in on that first drive. It's 3 and out, and like 10 seconds went off the clock.
No, all 3s are positive yards. Now let's see how the punt game goes, because they had a problem with this a couple weeks ago.
Matthews is still the punter. He has it blocked. Blocking it is Talmadge. Picking it up is Centennial at the 5-yard line. Talmadge did it all. He blocked it, and then he scooped it, nearly scored it.
High snap there to the punter. He grabbed it, had to reset to get the punt. It took a little bit longer than he wanted, and then they put the pressure on. It's good game film watching that. You saw an opportunity to get in there, possibly get a punt block. Push the ball down at the 5-yard line.
I watched at practice on Tuesday the punt team go to work, not necessarily the punt block, but there was a lot of emphasis put on of where holes could be, and that is special teams can be huge. And right now it's got Centennial knocking at the door, 1st and goal from the 5. Morgan up the middle on the dive. Maybe 1 or 2. Tough sledding there as Lucas Struck came up from the safety position to make the tackle. Going to say no gain on that play.
So turning a full running, a double tight end set. This would be, some schools call it their heavy package.
I think Centennial calls it just a game package, right? Good keeps it, throws it, wide open, touchdown, Jackson Weibel. The 5-yard touchdown puts Centennial up 13-0.
Nice roll out to the left for Peyton Good. That's usually a harder throw that he took his time, set up, scored his shoulders, and Jackson was wide open.
He drew in the kind of like that basketball move where you drive and kick. It's kind of the way he drew the defenders up. That left Weibel open for his first touchdown of the season. We on again for the extra point. That kick is up, and it is through the uprights. 14-0. Out of the hole to Cole Greider. Centennial in control, 14-love.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Centennial up here, 14-0. Quick check. Ankeny just converted on a 4th down play at Valley Stadium tonight as a high over-end kick is taken at the 10-yard line by Niall Eddy. And Eddy's around the near sideline. He's got a seam up to the 42 before a touchdown-saving tackle is made by Centennial's Keegan Adriano. What a move right up that sideline. And oh boy, you want to talk about a special teams play. That would have been a big one. Let's go down, Jeff Brooks. I've gone way too excited. Hi, Jeff.
You're doing good up there. Hey, not the start Waukee wanted, obviously. But I think they just need to build on the stuff they have going and continue to work this run game, try to get something going against Centennial. All credit to Centennial. That punt was, high snap, but they got in there and they got it. So reminded me of that Ankeny Waukee start.
A little bit, yeah. You and Tim both talking about that same thing. Thank you, Jeff Brooks. Hall goes in motion. He'll get it on the jet sweep, runs around the right side, has a seam. Oh, and he is rocked to the ground. Oh, my. Keegan Adriano. He had some hits last week, Tim, that'll shake your teeth. And, oh, boy, Hall is slow to get up. Let's take a look at that replay. Here comes Hall around the right side, Tim, and he is just going to get – Adriano is waiting and put him down.
Perfect technique like they talk. You stand up, square your shoulders. A very clean hit. He just hit him with a shoulder and then picked him up, stopped him cold, and then dropped him down. I think it's more of a – it's great to see Ray Hall get up. I think it's just the wind knocked out him, but it was a solid hit, solid play. Not to get lost in that, they got a first down.
Yeah.
It's a great play. I think they were looking at. That's what a great punt return for positive yardage. They got up to the 45. They got here over the midfield stripes. So I think it's a big, good two-play, back-to-back plays that coach is looking for Waukee.
Well, the trainer, I had my glasses on Hall when the trainer came over. The trainer was kind of smiling like, that one kind of hurt, didn't it?
You didn't swallow your mouthpiece, did you?
Yeah. I forgot that line. That's a good one. First down and 10. Going to the near side. Here comes Hoskinson, and it's going to be a keeper for the quarterback, Hawk, and he's going to wrestle his way forward for 3 or 4 yards. I'll give Easton Miller makes the tackle. Tim, you got to say, Waukee's offense already looks different than 2 weeks ago. We did not see Hawk run it that much in week 1.
Yeah, and I was surprised the coach talked about how we need to have him run more. I think they just got behind, thought they had a pass, got him out of sequence. He just wasn't comfortable back there. But Hawk looks much more comfortable as running. He's now ran a couple times. Positive yardage. He picked up 3 yards there. So if every series they can pick up yards, and now you're starting to play field position here, another first down gets them across the 45.
27 of 52 entering this contest, and Hawk steps and throws to the right side. A dart down the far sideline, and it's dropped. Oh, it was in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Jackson Allen. That would have been darn close to cutting that distance in half, but now it'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 from the 43.
Good solid throw there from Hawk over there to Allen. Allen hit the ground, slapped the ground, disappointed. So 3rd and long is not the position that Waukee wants to be in.
They'll send a man in motion. That's Hoskinson, and before the snap, we're going to have a legal procedure. You can't, this isn't arena football. I know that their defensive coordinator has some experience in the Canadian and in the Arena League, but you can't do that.
Not to forecast, but if they get positive yards here and they have 4th and less than a 10, now that they're over the midfield stripe, inside the 45, is this 4-down territory for Waukee?
Well, let's go back to the punt game. You gave up 1 block, but maybe your punt is high and short and can maybe pin and flip the field a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of things. This is a huge 3rd and 12 from the 48, the Centennial 48-yard line. Hawk going to roll out to his near side. Has a little bit of time clock ticking. A lot of black jerseys around him. Escapes. Houdini throws it intercepted. Picked off by the Jags. That is going to be down the near sideline. And that is going to be a touchdown for Centennial. J.T. Turner, the pick 6.
Rumbling, stumbling down the field. That is a 52-yard interception return. Look what fell into my hands. There's one that Blake realizes that he should have probably taken the sack or the no gain instead of trying to make something out of nothing, and it was more than nothing.
J.T. Turner, I just want to make sure I got the right guy with the great play, as you just saw the replay there. Oh, that's the one he will talk about for a long time. For the extra point. Good. 21 for Centennial, 0 for Waukee. 1:38 to go here in the first quarter.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Centennial will line up to kick it off. They're up 21-0 here on 1:38. A running touchdown. Points off of one special teams play and a pick 6 for the other. Waukee says, didn't we just see this movie? Ray Hall takes it. He escapes one tackler, and then he is just stood up. Logan Song stands him up right there. And that'll be a little tougher start for Waukee. They'll be back inside their 20-yard line. Jeff Brooks, what do you know?
Well, hate to be that broken record, but once again, that's a tough spot for that quarterback to be in, to just have to throw that up. I know he's trying his best, but sometimes, like you said, let's take that. But what a moment. You said that kid is going to talk about that for a long time. That's going to be like life-changing to his buddies when he's in his 20s and 30s.
Remember that time?
And 40s and 50s.
They'll bring that up at the 40-year reunion. Remember that time JT took it to the house?
I'd say in the 25-year class reunion, that was like a 101-yard interception return. It just gets, the yards get a little bit longer every year.
He was on the bus when he picked that off. Hawk goes to work on second down. Hand off Eddie. And Eddie is just flat out. English is there. Taggart.
Yeah, Brody Taggart in nicely. Just came down the backside of that play and got the running back before he could get anything going on. So good pursuit by Brody Taggart.
3rd and 9. And now, as Jeff said, hate to sound like a broken record, but yeah, Waukee has seen this story before. They've had a little more positive momentum than they did in week 1. Building on that. Hawk. Quick throw. Out. Caught. On the bubble screen. And I'll tell you what, Ben Camara got close, but he's going to be a couple of yards short. Now, tonight is an opportunity, Tim, because of that game to the north. That'll end the first quarter. We'll have the punt, or at least the 4th down play, after we take this timeout. It has been all Centennial early on. The Jaguars lead 21-0 over Waukee. Back in a moment on CISN.
The team at D. Armand Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the D. Armand difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola, darmandford.com.
At Holt Plumbing and Heating, our team is clean-cut, professionally dressed, and always training to be the best. We have families too, and we understand that nothing is more important than keeping them safe and comfortable. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. A high-quality job with a smile and a little extra wow. I would like to personally invite you to experience Holt Plumbing and Heating and find out why, for over 70 years, families all over central Iowa say, let Holt handle that.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Punt is made, and it'll be Centennial back with the football here. 21-0 Centennial in the lead. Quick check at scores. Ankeny leads Dowling 7-0. Southeast Polk 3. Waukee Northwest 0. Valley 7. Urbandale 0. That's in the first. Johnston up a field goal on DCG as they go to the second. City High leads Ames. Thank you, Jeff Martins, for those scoring updates. Take a look at stats in a moment. Play action. Good to throw. Flush. Comes to the near side. Lets it go down the near sideline. Incomplete. He had Isaiah Stearns at the 12. I heard a whistle, and I see a flag down at the 32-yard line. Quick look at statistics. Centennial, 26 yards passing. It is holding against Waukee is the signal.
Good pass rush out there. They're chasing Good out of the pocket here to his left, so he had to throw across his body. Tend to throw that low and away as it was, but there was defensive holding downfield of the 10-yard variety, going to put the ball at the 42-yard line of Waukee.
Centennial's 3 of 3 for 26 yards before that pass. 10 of 66 rushing for a total of 92 yards offensively. Waukee, 5 yards passing, 26 yards rushing. That's 7 carries for 26 yards. Hawk, 3 carries, 11. Hall, 1 for 13. Eddie, 2 carries for -1. Total of 31 yards. Passing the football has been tough for Waukee this year, but they, again, trying to work that just a little bit more. Trying to get some of those passing yards. They're only 6 of 30 passing on the season for 30 yards and 3 interceptions.
We had a group of officials in the field. I don't know, what do you call a group of officials?
Well, if it was the Popes, the conclave, or the Cardinals, would be the conclave. So
you have Parliament of Owls. You have Rafter of Turkeys. So what do you call when
you know what you call a group of baboons, right? A Congress.
Yeah, Congress, yes. That's how appropriate.
So pick whichever one you want.
Yes.
But we need to. We'll figure one out. Sort it all out. It'll be 1st and 10 for Centennial from the 42-yard line. 11:38, clock moving now on the whistle. Good right in front of us in our vantage point here high above Ankeny Stadium. Tim Halber, Paul Yeager, Jeff Brooks, glad to have you here. Quick throw out to the right. Trey Porter shakes, bakes left, right, and then he is caught from behind. Good defense. Let's see.
Nelson.
Yeah,
great
Nelson.
pursuit down there.
And
Bryce Hoskins slid him up, and Nelson came in and finished it. Basically taking it to no gain. Good pursuit by the Waukee defense. Playing very hard, even though they've had some miscues here, mainly on special teams. An interception return for a touchdown, a block punt. But otherwise, this defense has played really well. Watching their keys, as Coach talked about.
2nd and 10 from the 42-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Play action again. Good. Rolls out, throws, caught. Oh! Porter at the top looked like he was pulling that thing down. And it was broken up by the defender for Waukee, Lucas Struck. Trey Porter, Tim, is a guy we talk about at halftime with our guest, Nathan Smith, head track coach, boys track coach for Centennial. Now, Nathan Smith, Tim, is a guy I'm sure you would have liked to have recruited to Wartburg. He was the 4-time 100-meter champ in his high school career, finishing in 1994. Who else? 2 other guys did the same thing in those same years. Can you name both of those guys?
Was it Dwight from Iowa City? Was it Iowa City High back then?
It was. That is
Tim
one.
Dwight was one.
Catch made by Gavin Rummelhart. Tim Dwight was 1. Nathan Smith was 2. And a guy named Randy Thompson from Corwith Wesley Laverne was number 3. All in the 91, 2, 3, and 4. We had 3 different classes that all the same guy won. Nathan Smith is one of them. And he doesn't want to talk about it. He also doesn't want to talk about being named Coach of the Year. And we'll talk about that coming up at halftime. Trey Porter, back to the original entry point to that story, one of those track athletes we talked about. Morgan carries it to the left side, and he gets the first down after keeping his legs moving. He was hit back at about the 28, which would have been a short. So important to keep those legs moving.
A good finish there. Bo Carr, junior guard coming in there, moving the pile forward another yard or 2 there. So a lot of times it's those linemen coming in and blocking behind the play and keeping that pile moving that assists the yards.
Cahill in motion. They go to Morgan. Off right tackle. Gets into the linebackers and keeps going into the secondary. Inside the 20. He takes Bryce Hoskinson along for the ride.
Well, it's hard when you have that tailback fullback that we use in this offense here for Centennial gets up there, and the interior line has to respect it, keeps your linebackers in. That creates that outside hole, and that's where we're going to see some big, large open lanes for Carter Cahill coming off the fake handoff, coming around in.
Morgan to the right of good again. Cahill in motion. Morgan, exact same play up the middle, and exact same result. Morgan runs it inside the 10. Not quite as good of a run this time. He didn't get 11. He only got 9, but great run by Morgan.
Griffin, Eisentrigger, Keller, Carr, Jones, all doing a great job up there. Even seeing Jackson Weibel in there getting a block.
And that stick of a guy, Chase Shuddy, blocking from that left side on the tight end spot. Morgan takes down Kone, bounces off, still on his feet, gets toward the goal line and into the end zone. Touchdown, Morgan from 9 yards out. What a run!
That's a lot of want in there. It's a running back that wants to get the yard. He was hit at the 5. He was hit again, rolled, get the legs moving there. Impressive drive. That really was all Ty Morgan on that drive.
Let's take a look at the replay. Morgan just took Kone. Low man wins, and Morgan was lower. He dove his way into the end zone. Morgan didn't even practice one day this week. Had a deep thigh bruise, but he is back and he is having a great game. Wee on for the extra point out of the hold of Greider. The kick. Penalty flag comes in. Don't go anywhere, folks. Illegal receiver. Well, no. Penalty is against Waukee, so it's waved off. We'll sort it out. We'll take a break. Come back right after this.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order?
1 banana pudding shake.
Cutting the bananas right now.
Someone got those vanilla wafers?
Almost ready. 1 banana pudding shake. Order up.
Really like your backyard, man.
There's nothing to the east, so I could do this all day.
No, Patrick. East is that way.
Oh, man, that's not good.
With Hy-Vee aisles online, it's easy to order online and pick up everything you or your neighbors might need.
Sorry about your hot dogs. All right. It won't happen again.
Okay.
Hy-Vee aisles online, convenient pickup, and we deliver too.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order?
1 banana pudding shake.
Cutting the bananas right now.
Someone got those vanilla wafers?
Almost ready. 1 banana pudding shake. Order up.
Illegal substitution was the penalty. It'll be a short. It was assessed here on the kickoff. So Wee has it at the 45, and he puts it high, end over end, into the back of the end zone. Touch back. Let's touch in, check in with Jeff Brooks down on the sideline. How about that Morgan guy, huh?
Yeah, just like that first drive when it was Cahill, the first go at it. I mean, it just, another grinded out drive and take it down and impose your will and stop us, boys, because here we come, right? So let's see if Waukee can answer. They still have, 8 minutes left in this half and can make a game of it if they can get one in here.
Got to get a couple of possessions to extend longer than 4 plays. That is one thing. Give their defense just a tiny bit of a rest. Hawk comes back out. He's going to keep it around the left side. Taggart gives chase. English comes up. So does Greider.
Easton Miller there on the tackle.
Saw Easton Miller's grandfather here. He's got a pretty good seat right in front of us. I think he and I will be running chains at a youth football game on Sunday, so I'll get the lowdown from Grandpa. Easton's dad on the sidelines does keep some stats, and had a chance to talk to him this week about last week's game. Handoff to Hall, and he has popped. Got to give credit to Trey Porter for making that happen, but getting credit in the tackle is going to be Zach English.
Very active linebacker crew here for Centennial, do a good job. The interior linemen are taking up all the blocks. They're free to roam, and they scrape, and they get to the point of contact quickly. Very athletic linebacking crew. Coach had talked about how well the defense is playing. They're playing faster right now. That was carrying him through into that game last weekend.
3rd and 6 passing situation for Waukee. They're going to throw it. Hawk out to his back. He's got the first down. English knocks out the receiver, Charlie Cross, the tight end.
Kind of hung in there, found a little area in the flat, caught it about 2 yards downfield, took it upfield. First down, that's, one of the few chances they've had to move the chains there. So good for Waukee, keeping their head. Work on this clock a little bit and see if the offense can put some momentum together, get across the 50.
Yeah, Easton Miller there on the tackle. They go back to Eddie left side, and Eddie has just had a hard time running. He thinks he was not down and spun out. He makes his case to the line judge on that far side. Clock moving as we approach 6 minutes, 28-0 Centennial in the lead.
Yes, Eddie has not had much room. They know that there is their big tailback. He's their bell cow. so to speak. So that's why we're seeing Hawk trying to run with it more, try to create some more running room for him.
Fake to Eddie, keep. Quarterback keeper up towards the 40. Easton Miller and Zach English combined to tackle Blake Hawk.
It's one of the keys we talked about before the game, that if Waukee could gain some yardage there, it was going to be right up the middle, and that's where that fake, with Eddie getting the ball to the outside, Hawk taking it up inside. He's picked up some good yards this game, taking a quarterback draw up the middle.
3rd and short. Waukee needs to get across the 40 up to about the 42. Ball sits at the 40. Eddie is hit by, you guessed it, Easton Miller. Man, it's like
shot out of a cannon.
It's like Miller's in the huddle and knows the play.
Yes, there was a block. He said they had more people on the line than they had to block. He found a gap in there, and he shot it. Came in untouched, met the running back about 2 yards deep in the backfield. Now, the play before, it was Hawk doing the punt. He did a quick punt the previous series, so he's back there again in shotgun doing a short punt formation.
A little deeper than normal. He's going to do it again. High punt. It's going to bounce at the 30, take a Centennial bounce, and that's about as far as it goes. It somehow does fall forward inside the 30. It'll be Centennial's possession with 4:23 to go. Ankeny now up 14-0 on Dowling. Johnston 10, DCG 0. Valley 7, Urbandale 0. And Southeast Polk still just a 3-0 lead in the inaugural game at Waukee Northwest's stadium. You can watch that Dowling and Ankeny game on the other feed of CISN TV. I know some people like to put them in their garage, and Polk just scored, now 6-0 on Northwest. So if you're watching in the garage, hope you're having a good time. Maybe you're warming up for a big weekend. You're going to watch the Iowa State game tomorrow. I'm sorry, is it Iowa State-Iowa game? Sorry.
Iowa at Iowa State.
Iowa at Iowa State. The Chiefs play on Sunday with the Browns. Good to pass on first down. Throws a rifle down the middle. He's got a guy just between Stearns and the other intended receiver, Cahill. We've seen Cahill everywhere tonight. Handoff, run down the middle. He was running stride for stride with his teammate, Isaiah Stearns.
I want to give a shout out to Cahill. It was a series before. He laid a block on a defensive end and put him on his back. And that's pretty impressive. Hats off to a 5'9" running back getting low. And so he's done it all.
Whistle, timeout. Centennial, 4:15 to play. Ankeny Centennial 28, Waukee 0 at Ankeny Stadium.
The team at DeArmond Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the DeArmond difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homemaker.
2nd and 10.
They give to Cahill around the left side. He's got some room, and he's still running. Makes a big cutback, changes gears again, and he is nearly taken out of his shoes on a side body check. I think it was Kone. It might have been Wills Coxon who got up there.
Yeah, good pursuit. Good cut back against the grain. If he had one more player, he'd be in the end zone now. So big play. By Cahill. We just gave him a shout out here earlier, but Mr. Everything.
It was Kone who chased him down. Got to give you credit. Morris Kone is everywhere, Tim.
He is.
over the line of the ball here, and it is a give to Cahill again, almost the same play. Left side, it's going to be almost the same results. A race to the end, the sideline, and Cahill gets to the 31st before Peyton Betts doesn't let him get any farther than that.
Two good blocks by the running backs kicking that out. Morgan's out there blocking along with Jackson Weibel out there pushing the end of the linebacker out, creating that seam over there for Cahill. So linemen are getting their blocks in, but a big part of this offense is that the running backs have to do their job in getting their blocks.
Morgan is next to good. Quick throw to the right, caught by Porter. Does the juke step in, and then to the outside, trying to get his way inside the 10 to the 4-yard line before he shakes and bakes his way down with help from, I think that was Gabe. No, that was 9, not 3. Caden Ivory. Getting a little spelling Ben Camara over there.
Way too much cushion out there for
the give to the guy who did it on defense, now does it on offense. It's a touchdown, Easton Miller. How about that? Easton does all that work on the defense. He played a little bit of offense last week, but Tim, all of a sudden, he takes the handoff into the end zone. That's the 4th different Jaguar to score tonight.
Sharing the love there, but that was a quick-hitting play. They weren't ready for that, so a great drive for Centennial.
Actually, 5th different when you count J.T. Miller's pick 6. We in for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. 35-0. We'll have a continuous clock when we return. 2:55 to go here before half.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Five different Jaguars have scored touchdowns tonight en route to a 35-0 lead. Kickoff for return for Waukee. Eddie at the 10. Or no, that's Hall. He's at the 20, 25. Hit hard. Ball comes out. Picked up by the Jags. Picked up special teams. It's going to be another score for Centennial. Caden Kaiser.
I didn't see who got the hit on there, but ball hit the ground, bounced up. Opportunity where Kaiser picked it up, took it down the sideline.
Perfect hit. Let's see on the replay. Hall got up to the 20. Don't tell me it was Adriano again. Oh, it was a single digit. It could have been. It could have been Trey Porter, maybe Jeff Brooks. I think he's on the other side. We'll ask Jeff. We'll keep it here during the timeout, Jeff. And we'll bring you in and let you ask the question as Wee's extra point is up and good. Actually, we'll take a break. We'll come back to you, Jeff, and after this, 42-0 Centennial.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. And at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
The hits keep coming for Centennial. Let's take a look at who is on this kick team. We're trying to figure out who may have caused that hit. And I have another name as Hall takes it at the 10. Holds on to it, and then he is dropped again. And I don't even know who got that one. 54 that time. That was Carter Bennett, I think. Yeah, our Kaiser. All right, we're going to watch the replay again from the previous play on this hit. 27 stripped it. You are right, Justin. But I still think
it could be number 3.
It could have been number 3, Bo Gerke, in there. Jeff Brooks, any idea? You said single number 2, right?
Yeah, it was muddled down here. What I will tell you, though, guys, Centennial is hitting tonight. They are coming to play. There is no hangover. They're here, and it's right in front of you. They're making a statement.
1:53 to go. Thank you, Jeff Brooks. He'll try to chase down one of the Centennial coaches. Coming off the field as, nearly a sack. Thrown and caught. Probably should have let that one go, but you save pick 6 there, Dalton Bass.
Good athletic play, heads up by Blake Hawk, getting out of the sack, going in there and finding a receiver.
Well, there was almost pressure on the sack. Yeah, almost the defensive lineman. I couldn't tell if that was Turner or Binstock who almost caused his offensive lineman to make the sack. Catch is made far side up at the 30-yard line for Ben Kamara. It'll be 3rd and long, but somewhat manageable at 3rd and 7. Clock under a minute.
I would think here that regardless of here, if they don't make it, they'll go on a 4th down. I don't anticipate Centennial calling a timeout.
And Waukee is going to have to run another play to run out this quarter. Hawk runs, near side thrown, caught at the 32, close to the first down, but big hit, Keegan Adriano of base, and it is a yard short, and Waukee is not going to have to run a play. Game clock at 10, play clock at 24.
They're going to get one play off here with 5 seconds left to go.
Or at least run up and throw it down towards the end zone. They go for the Hail Mary. Incomplete. Almost into the bench went the intended receiver, Ben Kamara, and that ends the first half. It is all Centennial. 42-0. The Jaguars are in control. It seems that all parts of the game are going well for them, which should make a fairly easy interview for Jeff Brooks on the far sideline as he sorts his way like a good running back as he finds Ryan Pizzetti. He's got him. Let's go, Jeff.
Yep, I got him. Coach Pizzetti's here with me. Ryan, hey, what a half. You guys came out with a statement. Nice grinding drive, good offense. Defense held them. What are your thoughts on that first half?
You know what? Our kids are playing hard. They're playing fast. It's a maximum team effort. Multiple guys touching the ball, multiple guys catching the ball. On defense, you can see all 11 participating, doing an excellent job playing physical football. Really nice half for our kids.
Have you ever had, probably have, ever had a half where you had 6 different kids score touchdowns? That was impressive.
You know what? I haven't kept track like that, but you know what? I probably not. It's when you got a team like this and team effort and very unselfish, it's fun to see them support each other.
Very good, Coach. Good luck second half.
Thanks.
co-head coach Ryan Pizzetti with the halftime interview. And Jaguars up 42-0, Tim. 6 different Jaguars scoring. That's something.
Coach is right. It's the total team effort out there. The defense is playing well. And I want to note that the longest touchdown run is by a defensive lineman.
On the pick 6, JT Turner. That is the stat of the first half. All right. We'll listen without the sound. We can't have the audio, but we can at least show the dance team for just a little bit. I just can't give you the music for rights, otherwise we lose the feed on YouTube. I'm sorry, but I'll shut up and you can watch them for a little bit, and then the halftime interview with Nathan Smith coming up.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. And at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order?
1 banana pudding shake.
Cutting the bananas right now.
Someone got those vanilla wafers?
Almost ready. 1 banana pudding shake. Order up.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Our team at DeArmond Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the DeArmond difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
Back here at halftime of the Centennial Waukee game, we're going to talk track. Nathan Smith, head coach of the boys team, and coach, kind of weird to watch, or is it weird to watch your guys do sports with all that extra stuff on running? Is it kind of weird to see them out there doing football?
Usually a lot of our sprinters, kind of come from that football team. We get a lot of connection between track and football. Obviously, you have Ryan Pizzetti as our 8th grade coach. It kind of helps out quite a bit. So
he funnels up a little. He funnels a couple of guys through.
Yeah.
Well, last year's track season was a chance for me to see some of those guys without the helmet on. I got to see, but like Trey Porter, it was a blur. I didn't get my eyes focused real fast. Talk about What's Trey's development been like?
Yeah, Trey's been, he's been one that's, we knew him coming up was going to be kind of helpful in a lot of areas, not only football, but for track and field. I think he's ran youth track, so he had a lot of experience even, growing up, even before the middle school ranks and high schools. But, he's a special athlete, does everything really well, and he's pretty smooth once he's out there on the track and even on the football field.
Well, not every runner that you have is out for another sport. What do you think's the importance of having multi-sport or single sport guys out for track?
Well, I think obviously it pays off to do a number of different activities, just for that balance piece, and to be connected with the school in other areas. It helps from a social standpoint as well, but just to develop overall general athleticism, I think it's a great thing to have kids in multiple activities.
And it's nonstop because there's weightlifting, there's explosive work, all sorts of things that can go on. Like I think even this morning you had somebody working.
Yep, absolutely. The ninth grade team was in here this morning. It seems like it's an ongoing process. Sometimes we as coaches and even parents probably have to step back a little bit, and sometimes we might be doing too much, and you don't want to overdo it for sure. You want to keep those kids healthy and staying upright and on their feet.
Well, it seemed to work out well last year for your squad. Third place team finish, best in school history, and there was some award that you were giving. The Class 4A Iowa Track Coaches Association Coach of the Year. What'd that mean to you?
Well, it just reflects. It's a program award. We've got some great kids in this program. Not even just this past year, but years prior to this. They enjoy track and field. We have a lot of support from our parents, and it's a great thing to be a part of. And then our staff, can't do it without a great assistant staff, and they just enjoy track and field. Sometimes people just kind of go out, and but I think the kids enjoy it. They want to compete, and they want to do well.
Let's do some name dropping. Who do you have who's assisted you over the years, and specifically last year, if you can name them all?
In terms of the athletes?
No, your assistant coaches.
Assistant coaches. Oh, we've got 7 assistant coaches. We've got Brad Dittmar has been a part of the staff probably the longest, and then we've got Dan Beating kind of heads up our distance program. Clayton Workman is working with our throwers, and he's a football coach as well. Cody Cooper calls the defense there for the Jags, and he's on our staff. Coach Sewell does a nice job with our jumpers. Shulkowski also coaches basketball, so there's a connection there with our basketball team, and Coach Lopez as well.
It does take a village, because especially, were you close to 100 guys last year on the team?
Yeah, usually, to compete, it's really a difficult conference to compete in. You got to think about all of the teams that we go against, the Waukees, the Dowlings, everything else, just like in every other sport. In order to compete, you got to have some numbers at every level. You've got to be able to fill those ninth grade meets, the JV level, and the varsity. So typically, probably 130 is probably a good number to finish with.
And so it does take 7 assistant coaches, because you want to be able to have that connection with each athlete, and just not make them feel like they're lumped together with 50 other guys.
Yep, absolutely. Trying to make a connection there just with that. We got them for maybe an hour and a half after school, and once that season gets going, it's pretty busy with track meets. You go Tuesdays and Thursdays. It seems like the days you are practicing, you're kind of resting up for the next meet anyway.
The state meet went well for you. You had some individual performers. You had some relays that did well. Why did the state meet? Do you think it worked so well for you?
I think, just kind of looking back, even in the past, we've been fortunate. We've had a lot of great athletes that have gone through here, fast guys that have really taken the sport seriously. And, this group here, and I can't go without mentioning that 2020 season that didn't exist, because we could probably have a whole podcast on how that team was probably going to be pretty successful, with dropping a lot of names there. But this team, they took advantage of it. I think they realized that, we're here now, we're going to take this day by day, and we're going to get through that 3-day state meet and score as many points as you can.
Well, that 2020 team, I mean, who did you have on that team? Let's give them a little bit of due, if I can rack your brain this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a solid class. Obviously, you had Dylan D'Angelo that was kind of looking for, a state title in the 4 lows, which would have been kind of neat. Avery Gates, one of the Gates brothers that's, playing football there. John Wong, tremendous asset. Nathan Ranke, the list kind of goes on and on from there. But it was going to be a special group. And, this group here in 2021 kind of worked in their honor anyway.
Do the guys know about your past wins as a track athlete? Has that ever come up? Your name's kind of common, so Google, and it's pre-Google. Do you ever want to race them and show how you can still run the 100?
No, I think that ship has sailed quite a long time ago. So, we don't get better with time, like anything else. So we try to get through it. Nothing really comes up at all.
Let me get this right. 4-time 100-meter champ in, were you class 1A or 2A?
It was 2A, I think.
And that's the same year as Tim Dwight. You two were like the sprinters. And then there was another sprinter that same time, not too far from Corwith, if memory serves.
Yep, it was Randy Thompson. He ran at Iowa State, and I think he still holds the 4x1 record there as well.
I always think that's pretty neat how you're a part of that track history, and that's important to carry on. And maybe somebody will find out and give you a hard time about certain things now.
Yeah, it'll be all right though.
Nathan Smith, I appreciate the time. Head track coach of the boys at Centennial High School. Thank you for the time here at halftime.
Well, thanks, Paul. Thanks for everything you do.
All right, and we will continue the halftime show right after this. You're watching high school football on CISN.TV.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
Really like your backyard, man.
There's nothing to the east, so I can do this all day.
No, Patrick. East is that way.
Oh man, that's not good.
With Hy-Vee aisles online, it's easy to order online and pick up everything you or your neighbors might need.
Sorry about your hot dogs. All right. It won't happen again.
Okay.
Hy-Vee aisles online, convenient pickup, and we deliver too.
Shop WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee has over 375 pre-owned vehicles. All makes, all models. Inventory changes daily. WaukeeChevy.com.
Why do businesses succeed? The Better Business Bureau sees the traits of successful businesses every day. It's not easy, but it is simple. The BBB fosters trust between Iowa businesses and consumers.
Visit bbb.org.
At halftime is where we are at. Centennial of Ankeny leads Waukee 42-0. The good-looking ones, Tim Halber. I'm Paul Yeager. All right, Tim, you see the little note right there. Six different names. Morgan, Cahill, Weibel, Miller, Turner, Kaiser, all scoring touchdowns for Centennial. Jeff asked the question of Coach Ryan Pizzetti, you ever seen anything like that? Have you seen anything like that?
No, I haven't. I've seen 6 touchdowns and a half, but I've not seen 6 different players from all different ways. We had a pump block, we had a fumble return, we had an interception return, we have different running backs. We even had a linebacker come in and score a touchdown off offensive play. So quite a variety. True team effort here from the Centennial Jacks.
So Morgan was a big workhorse there. I think the halftime stats are something up about 200 yards. I have to look at them there on a monitor behind me. I don't memorize every stat. Sorry. Cahill and Morgan had a pretty good first half offensively. What were they doing?
they're really getting off their blocks. I'll give the offensive line credit. They're getting in there from the interior. They're really getting a push off of Morgan coming up the middle. He's creating a lot of yardage, which really makes that outside, that second handoff going over to Cahill. He's getting on the outside. Very difficult, making that the quarterback good does not have to run a lot. He's really managing the offense very well, getting his passes out there, playing with much more confidence.
Weibel on a touchdown reception from Good. Good's yet to score himself. They haven't needed him yet.
No, not yet. We may see him here in the second half. I think we're going to see a lot of reserves. We're going to have a running clock here. It's going to be a fast second half. But keep doing what they're doing. I think we're going to see a lot more ground game here for Centennial.
Kaiser scoops and scores on a kickoff return, but the play that we're probably going to talk about for the next 100 years is the 605-yard return for touchdown by J.T. Turner.
Yes, it's going to be that way.
It's grown just since the first half.
You'll have cut zigzagged across back the field and stiff-armed in the whole thing. But it's an alert play by him to picking it off the air. They had good pursuit on there. It's probably one pass that Hawk liked to have back.
And Waukee has moved the football from time to time. They've had better runs. They've had first downs. The offense is getting better. It's just a couple of those things that we just mentioned are special teams or, take 21 points off the board. This is a different game.
And it's the little mistakes becoming big mistakes. It's a high snap on a punt turns into a block. It's the pass that probably should have been maybe taken for a sack turns into an interception touchdown. So that, but otherwise they've moved the ball. They've gotten some first downs. They've gotten positive yardage. The quarterback's running quite well. So I think there's a lot of positives to take out of this. It's consistency and hanging out the ball and not creating turnovers and shooting yourself in the foot.
The second half in an interview with Coach Gabe Baker when we come back. This is halftime. Centennial 42, Waukee 0. Back in a moment.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order?
One banana pudding shake.
Cutting the bananas right now.
Someone got those vanilla wafers?
Almost ready. One banana pudding shake. Order up.
Really like your backyard, man.
There's nothing to the east, so I could do this all day.
No, Patrick. East is that way.
Oh, man, that's not good.
With Hy-Vee aisles online, it's easy to order online and pick up everything you or your neighbors might need.
Sorry about your hot dogs. All right. It won't happen again.
Okay.
Hy-Vee aisles online, convenient pickup, and we deliver too.
Our team at DeArmond Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the DeArmond difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
At Holt Plumbing and Heating, our team is clean-cut, professionally dressed, and always training to be the best. We have families too, and we understand that nothing is more important than keeping them safe and comfortable. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. A high-quality job with a smile and a little extra wow. I would like to personally invite you to experience Holt Plumbing and Heating and find out why, for over 70 years, families all over central Iowa say, let Holt handle that.
Centennial in control, 42-0. They have scored on every offensive possession, have yet to punt the football. 6 different Jaguars have scored. It has been tough sledding for Waukee. Jeff Brooks, our sideline reporter extraordinaire, had a chance to catch up with head coach Gabe Baker. What do you have to say there, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now that Coach Baker is a stand-up guy. You could just tell by talking to him. He stands up. He stands behind his team. What he's saying is it's not about what's on the scoreboard. It's about how do we make you better? How do we focus on our strengths? And, we talked about, running the ball a little bit more. And he said, yeah, we're focusing on on what we're good at, and we're trying to do it. As far as the scoreboard goes, he did acknowledge that, just like 2 weeks ago, he said we're doing things that are hurting us, small things that, like you guys said, small things turn into big things. 21 points, it's a whole different ballgame. So that's his comments. What a great guy. I wish him well. Told him to keep grinding. It'll get there.
Thank you, Jeff Brooks, for that report. While you were talking, we were listening to the student section sing a little Miley Cyrus. I have to admit, Tim, I haven't heard this song at a football game in a while, and this song's been out for a while. All right, Waukee, Blake Hawk, 5 carries, 22 yards. Hall, 2 carries, 13. Eddie's had a little tougher go, 4 carries, -2. It has been 5 of 8 passing in the first half for 22 yards, rushing 12 carries for 36. Centennial, 204 yards of total offense, 149 rushing, 55 passing. Cahill, 6 carries, 76. Morgan, 8 for 48. Good, 2 for 20. Those are your highlights. So if you're Waukee, Tim, and you hear what Jeff just had to say, you got to grind. You got to keep your quarterback in there. You got to keep doing what here in the second half?
I think do what they were doing, they're having success at. They're having the quarterback run, going up the middle. They're establishing some offense. His little rollout, getting the ball out quicker, I think it'd be better. He's not a very tall quarterback, so to sit back there. If they can get some first downs, I think that it's just you're playing smart. Don't shoot yourself in the foot and don't create your own turnovers. I think we're seeing that where the quarterback is back there, shotgun formation, is you're doing a quick punt. I think out of that we may see it the second half. They may run out of that 4th down play versus punting the ball.
Right, and Waukee is going to get the football to start the second half as, again, Centennial kicks it off like they have done several times tonight, 6 different times. As it's taken at the 5-yard line down the left side, we got a penalty flag, and this one's going to be a burn. Bryce Hoskinson down the left sideline, and it's a touchdown-saving tackle by the kicker, Brooks Wee. The return is out to the 40, but there's a penalty flag all the way back. It is a holding. It's going to be a holding on Waukee. And, man, that is a tough way to start. Waukee's had some good special teams plays. Had some ones that haven't gone so well. But they've had a couple of big returns tonight.
Still a great run by Bryce Hoskins. That's still telling that they're coming out. They're ready to play football. And the coach wants to see that. They came out with enthusiasm, one block. Block in space there. They called the holding play. It's going to come back, put it back deep. But still, I think it was a good return out there. They have something they can work on, take something positive from that.
Well, and with it being a spot foul, that thing was way back. You saw the flag come out at the 10, and that's where they put the penalty, the ball back after the penalty. So this Class 5A game in Week 3, Centennial 42, Waukee 0. Clock will wind and start, and it's not going to stop for a couple of things here. So let's see Waukee as they go to work to start the second half. Hawk, Eddie on the counter. Eddie is just wrapped up and punished down to the ground. Colton Kitt, the tackle, and it has been like every time Eddie gets the ball, Centennial knows where it's going to be.
Between the linebackers and the cornerbacks, they're playing great run defense. That's one thing that they're doing. They're not getting blown off the ball. They're hitting their gaps. So really, it's like running against an 8-man front at times for this Waukee offense.
Second down after no gain. In motion goes Basie. Hawk to throw it off his back foot. Caught at the 25 and escaping. Camara, he's up to the 40-yard line on that pass play. Tackle made by the touchdown-making player, Easton Miller.
Nice rollout by Blake Hawk rolling out there, giving his time. That rollout creates a little more time for him to let his receiver, Camara, get out there, get open on that deep out. He was open. Good pass, catch, and run there by Waukee.
29-yard pickup for the Warriors. They're up to the 40-yard line now. Much better field position and a confidence booster. Hawk throws, nearly intercepted, but coming through, no. Not quite. Looked like maybe Jackson Allen had it for a moment. Now, I did get a chance to see here on the sideline, Dominic Berry is still out with that injury. Got injured in Week 1. against Indianola. He is still there in his jersey, no pads. The coaches said he did have another look at that leg, and they're hoping that that's a positive test. We'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll see Barry later. Hawk here on second down, tuck it and run, and he is clotheslined by, let's see, that was Fei Wan. Haven't said Fei Wan's name yet tonight. 9:29, clock moving. Jaguars up 42-0.
Here's something that they're learning, that Cross was out there in that tight end pattern where Hawk pulled it down, took a 2-yard gain instead of throwing a ball out there in traffic. He's learning.
3rd and 8. Hawk, the quarterback keeper. Hit once, twice, and by golly, he might just be a yard short. Grider.
Trey Porter in there.
Yep, Gerke, yep. That was the quarterback draw. Hawk kind of went back and was more of a token. I just got to move my momentum backwards. He didn't really sell that he was going to throw it. 4th and short. Hawk noses it forward. He needed to get across the 50.
Right foot, left foot. I think he's going to put the right foot down and give him the first down.
Well, Hawk is at the 49. Everybody else is back on the other side of the 50. So first down, move the chains. Second first down of the drive for Waukee. As Jeff was saying, these Warriors are coming out. Let's take a look at the quarterback sneak again. He goes right up the middle. Ball at the 50. Hawk, reverse, pass back to Hawk. He sidesteps one Jaguar. Man, Porter was there. And also Taggart.
Porter did a nice job coming up and forcing that play. He was back in coverage about 10 yards deep, came up, forced a quarterback to change his direction, take it up back in the flow. Still picked up a couple yards, 3-4 yards for the Waukee offense.
Eddie goes out, cross in, as is Dalton Basie. Trips to the right. Now in motion. They go on the sweep, and not much room for base.
It's like Keegan coming up from a safety position. And coming up playing close to the line, he had the pitch responsibility. He did it quite well.
Clock under 7. Waukee still looking for that first touchdown this season. Quarterback draw. Hawk has the first down. Needed 5, got maybe 8. Taggart and English, the tackle.
Nice block there by Turnbull, the big left guard, 245-pound senior for Waukee, getting a block. Just enough of a block out there to give Hawk a seam to get up there and pick up some extra yards and get the first down.
Eddie to the left. They go with Eddie. Finally a little bit of room for him, but again, that Centennial defense, Coach Jones's defense, every time that Waukee runs the football, they know it's coming. It's that different wrinkle with the quarterback that's been a huge factor for Waukee being able to have forward yards.
The interior 3 down lineman for Centennial is a hard one to block.
Hawk pumps on the out, is chased, and he spins out of 1 and then is thrown out of bounds by Colton Kitt. And maybe got a yard. Maybe.
He got out of a hit, spun. I'm impressed. Blake Hawk's a good athlete. He's taking some shots tonight. It's a physical game. He's hanging in there. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 here for Waukee.
Yeah, because Sam Dietz was coming on a burner right there in the middle. Up on that line, Feiwan. Here comes some heat up the middle. They go, Eddie gets past, but he is not going to get to the first down. Knocked out of bounds, Bo Gerke. And also, it was either English or Adriano out there on that far side, and that'll be fourth. Boy, and a long 4. That might be 4.75, but it is at the 32-yard line of Centennial.
May see a quarterback run here to the outside.
Or a hard snap count. Maybe. And then Waukee takes timeout. 42-0 in this first drive of the second quarter. It's been all Waukee. Back in a moment.
Why do businesses succeed? The Better Business Bureau sees the traits of successful businesses every day. It's not easy, but it is simple. The BBB fosters trust between Iowa businesses and consumers.
Visit BBB.org.
Shop WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee has over 375 pre-owned vehicles. All makes, all models. Inventory changes daily. WaukeeChevy.com.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm reminded of that every day as I see our fleet of vehicles in all shapes and sizes head out to help customers in need. We work hard to keep our vehicles clean and in good shape. Some are customized with great ideas, and some maybe not so much. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Fourth down, 4 yards to go for Waukee. And again, a timeout. And now a little harder to keep the poise there as the guys just talked about things. And now Coach Baker has to burn timeout number 2. Let's take a look at some of the other scores. There's one of these. Number 3 will shock you. Ankeny leads Dowling 14-3. That's in the third quarter. Prairie and Cedar Falls, the Tigers, lead the Hawks 17-7. Waukee Northwest has yet to win a game. They were down 6-0 to Southeast Polk. They lead Southeast Polk 7-6 in the third. Ankeny just scored again. They now lead 20-3 in the third. Johnston 17, DCG 7, Valley 14, Urbandale nothing, and City High in front of Ames 14-3. Here at Ankeny Stadium, it is Centennial leading Waukee 42-0. 4th and 4 for the Warriors. Hawk, quick throw, wrong shoulder. Would have been a first down at Cross. Cross's all of his momentum was to the other side where that ball was thrown.
Yeah, if you had to turn upfield, but it's just a little behind him. Yeah, they had the right play. He came across the formation. A turnover on downs.
Jackson, as I watched the replay there, Hawk was putting it in front of him like where he needed to go. Right. It's just, I think Cross just turned the wrong way maybe.
Yeah, he threw it to the first down marker. Would have been if the ball was there. If he had caught it, he'd been right at the first down marker. So just a little bit of communication, a little more practice on that. The little things that add up after a while.
Well, we're not going to see Peyton Good get into the end zone in the second half because he's not on the field. Stearns catches the pass and runs into Waukee territory up to the 40-yard line. The backup quarterback, the number 2, is Trenton Smith. He's into the game. We have a down Warrior back at the 35. So Trenton Smith, sophomore quarterback, finds Stearns, makes a nice slant or catch on that slant up towards the 40.
And Hoskins is down. It might be a cramp. They're stretching out his hamstring there. So he's the one that had that great kickoff return to start the game that was called back, but he's been a good player tonight, so he's just stretching things out.
6'1", 205 sophomore Trenton Smith. As the Waukee player works out his injury.
I got a sign of respect. Both teams take a knee just to make sure that their fellow players, their gridiron partners out there, are coming away healthy after a game.
All right, Jeff Brooks, because the moment I go to a break, he's going to pop up, so that's why I'll go to you instead. Jeff, what'd you see in that Waukee drive? Whoop, hold on, Jeff, sorry.
There's a reason you don't keep me live. Yeah, really impressed with they had a game plan coming out of halftime. They executed it right up till that very end. That fourth down, man, they 2 timeouts, and they just didn't execute that fourth down play. But moved the ball down the field. That's what Coach wants. I know a lot of people care about score, but he wants, how do I improve this team? How do we get better? So there it was.
There it was indeed. The pass hits the runner on the movement on the. Jake Gossett was going in motion. He was moving at the snap, and the snap was just mistimed. So now we're getting our chance to see some of these reserves for Centennial. That was Jake Gossett, a junior, who came in motion and came right at the same time as the snap. This offense is hard, even when you've been in it for a number of years, to get the timing right.
Yes. Imagine trying to replicate this in a practice so your team can practice against it.
Handoff stood up right away is the running back, Luke Danner. And he goes backwards.
Morris Coney is in there again.
Just like he just shielded all those blockers. Smith, make sure he has the right call. Also in there is, Luke Danner and Gossett. Gossett goes in motion, takes the direct snap. Maybe he in the center knew something. Gossett goes out, runs away from one defender, but can't run away from the over-pursuing of Barrett Wilcoxon. And the punt team will come back out. Actually come out for the first time for Centennial.
Waukee, good heads-up defense. They stopped him there after turning the ball over on downs, stopping the Centennial offense.
So let's see. The punter is supposed to be Hudson Simon. And it's not, of course. It is Caden Kaiser. Kaiser gets his leg into it. It's going to bounce, and that's going to take a Centennial roll downed by Talmadge inside the 5, basically right at the 5. Talmadge had the block of the punt earlier in the game. So Talmadge trying to get his name in with coaches and keep playing. Waukee now, a little bit more offense here. They've tacked on enough to get over 100. And it was on that 2 of 4 passing for 32 yards. Just need to sneak another peek at that Dowling and Ankeny score.
30 seconds here in the quarter.
21-3 still. Yeah, so Ankeny did get the extra point after that last check. And yes, we are under 25 seconds, first down and 10 inside the 5-yard line. Waukee's got a long way to go. Hawk's going to open it up and throw. He's got a man down the far sideline, just a little too tall for Ben Camara. Incomplete, and the clock will tick down. Good effort, just a little too tall of a pass.
If Camara would have not stopped his route and kept running, he wouldn't have been overthrown. I think the throw was right there. He stopped, looked up, and then realized that the pass was going to be over his head.
We played 3 quarters. Centennial of Ankeny in the lead, 42-0. This is CISN.TV.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Ankeny Centennial 42, Waukee nothing. Continuous clock here in the second half. Waukee on first down went deep. They now second down and 10 to go. Hawk keeps it. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and has a seam. He's at the 10-15. He's got a first down. And he is double tackled out of bounds and he rolls a little slow. Talmadge and I think
his helmet came off, so he's going to have to take a play off.
Even though he's out of bounds? Yeah, so they're going to have to bring in the backup quarterback. Garrett Putsey is listed as the backup.
Number 12 is coming in. Yep.
There's a look at that replay again, and that was almost the exact same play of the Ankeny and Centennial almost this time in the game. 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter last week. Handoff to Eddie. He gets to the outside, and then he is popped. Jeez. Coming up for that head stop was Nate Christensen.
Very hard running out there for Eddie.
Christensen's just a sophomore, if I remember correctly. Pretty good baseball player when he was younger. Putsey's going to stay in. He'll hand it off to Eddie on the sweep right. Eddie gets outside, cuts it back in. Now he's got some room down the far sideline. He's at midfield. He's racing down the far sideline. This could be the first touchdown of the year for Waukee to the 3-yard line. Oh, man, almost for Eddie. Touchdown saving tackle, Thomas Hoke.
That was the big play that coach was talking about, 20-plus yards.
Hold on, you got so many fingers up, Jeff. That's 75 yards. He had to use both hands for me to add. I don't add well.
Great job. He broke 2 tackles out there on the right side, took it up there.
And Carter Bennett also, I believe, was the other who made, Carter.
Quarterback sneak.
Putsey in again. They go up the middle into the end zone. It is a touchdown for Waukee. Cameron Johnston, first TD of 2021.
You'd be ashamed not to give him the ball after a run like that. It's a good job for Waukee to get in there, scored their first touchdown. Really, they had 2 really good drives the second half. You know, the offense is putting together consistent plays, getting some blocking in there, finding their rhythm a little bit more they had in the first half.
There's a good look right up the middle, Johnston. The extra point is up, and it is good through the uprights. Max Bartacek, his first extra point of the season. 42-7, 9:37 to go here from Ankeny Stadium.
The team at D. Armand Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the D. Armand difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola, darmandford.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homemaker.
Cameron Johnston, his first touchdown of the season, and it is the same for the Warriors. They now are on the board, 42-7. 9:37 to go here in this fourth quarter. Bartacek, high kick, goes out of bounds at the 41, draws a penalty. Ankeny leads Dowling 21-3 in the third. Dowling, though, second and goal from the 5. Score a touchdown there. There's a lot of football game to go. Throwback screen in the end zone, out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down. I'll call Mark's game for him. Amadeo can call this one without any prep. I believe we have another game on CISN tonight too, right? We're at Northwest with that game. 3 games, a triple header. No stress at all. Great job by the CISN crew to get it ready to go. Next week we will not be here. This game will be on television. The Southeast Polk at Ankeny game. That'll be homecoming. And you'll be able to watch that one on Channel 13. Again with the reserve quarterback. Heat comes nearly picked off the hands of Isaiah Perkins from Trenton Smith. And this is the time of the game, Tim, where I got to pull the roster and have it right next to me with all these reserves. 2 deeps are out the window.
A lot of players coming in there getting some quality game time there with 9-10 left here in the 4th quarter.
Smith gives the handoff. Nice nice lowered shoulder by Luke Danner, and he's still on his feet. Inside the 45, Waukee says there's a fumble. Whistles for a moment.
That happens with extra effort. Sometimes the ball gets to the ground. Was his knee down or they stop? They said nope.
Last one with it.
Connor Welsh came out of the bottom of the pile with the football. But hard run there by Danner, senior running back.
They go back up to Danner, and he stood up. Kone is still in there, but it was...
Struck was in there in the tackle.
Lucas Struck. Clock under 8 now. As Gossett and Smith look to the sidelines. That's the other thing, is they don't always get the signals. Gossett's still not sure what he's doing. 10 seconds on the play clock. He goes in motion, high snap, second one through. It's going to be Gossett. Tries to stiff arm, and he is going to be drilled. The guy who stood up first was the guy who scored the touchdown, Cameron Johnston. And then Waukee came through. Numbers are a little lower for Waukee after the split, Tim. I mean, you got to have a lot of these guys. They don't have the reserves. They're still trying to get their starters in game condition.
Also, this quality game time, you're still using your technique. You're still using the same signals. You're repeating the same thing. And then having successes like they're having now in the second half does help them with going into next week.
To throw is Smith. He'll tuck it and get popped by Johnston again. Smith got up to about the 41. It'll still be 4th down and 10 to go. And I think Centennial is going to go for it. Again, quality snaps and time.
I would guess they would go on a rollout here to find something out there, someone in the flat.
Smith, second guy through, is the little speedster, Gossett, and he is going to be well short. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. The officials take a time out. We do have a player right there, right down in front of the Centennial bench. All right, Jeff Brooks, it looks like the inevitable is we can maybe start talking about it. Post-game interview will be a significant one with the number 433.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. I talked to Ryan Pizzetti at halftime, and I said as he was walking away, I said, "Is your dad going to be ready for this halftime interview after you guys win?" And he kind of smiled and said, "Yeah, we'll do our best for you to get him." So we'll see how it goes. No, we're excited to have it, and hopefully, he should be excited for it too. It's a great moment for him and his family and everybody that he's coached for, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, Coach Pizzetti was over there to see what was going on with Jake Gossett, and Gossett's helped to the bench. And he'll take a seat as soon as he can sit down. He's trying to stretch something out. Putsy back out there for Waukee at quarterback. First play is a handoff, and it is Dalton Bass. Gets a couple of yards. Clock at 5.5.
Getting some blocks out there to the outside. Picked up, 4 yards, almost 5 yards in that carry. So positive yards again, giving some of the backups to different positions a chance to play and do something positive with it.
Dowling got a field goal. It's 21-6. Putsy, the lefty, throws. It's knocked down. I think, let's see, we got 88 and 98. So 88 is Kyle Miller. 98 is Cale Patterson. Not sure which one got the hand up there. Might have been Jacob Leake, too. He was in there.
Leake just came in the game.
Before the snap, whistle, penalty flag thrown, false start by the offense.
I know you had interviewed Coach Ryan Pizzetti here earlier in the week, and he said, we don't talk about this at home. And there's a lot of things you don't talk about, but everybody knows what's going on, the entire family. So kudos to the entire Pizzetti family for this. It does take a family effort. Families involved, a lot of sleepless nights, road travel. That's a lot of games that make up that schedule.
Handoff to Johnston goes nowhere. 91-43. 91 is Ari Eltz and Aiden Jones as it's 4th and 11. This time Waukee content to punt it away.
Normal punter is back in the game.
Brandon Matthews takes the snap, steps into it, and launches a beauty. Problem is, it might be too much, and it bounces into the end zone. That looked like the old Marv Cook that rolled 80 yards against Ohio State. We'll change spots on the field and flip it and go to the north side. All right, Jeff Brooks. We were talking about questions beforehand for Coach Pizzetti, and I had a couple, and you've had a couple. And do you remember your first game of seeing him coach here in town? Oh.
Do I remember it?
Yeah, do you remember your first game of watching him coach?
Well, I remember I used to go with Coach Bingham a lot to help him out with the Channel 5 stuff back in the day, and I know there were a lot of good football games. The highlight that stands out for me is we were up in the Dome, and I was with my oldest daughter, Olivia, and Coach was sitting out in the hallway. We were kind of in the back area, and Coach was sitting out in the hallway by himself, and we walked up to him, and he kind of looked at us, and my daughter said, "Hey, Coach," and he stopped her and said, "What's your name?" and had a conversation. He's getting ready to go on the field to play a state championship game, and takes the time to say hi to her. Like, it's good to have you as a Hawk, was kind of his message. So it was kind of a neat deal. So anyway, that was my favorite story with him.
There you go. Lawson Langford, the big catch, or the big run, and then a horse collar tackle after the play. Pass is thrown incomplete. And there are several stories like that, Jeff, I'm sure, that you've experienced over seeing the Hawks when he was still coaching for the Hawks and now up here at Centennial over time. And all those games, I asked Coach on Tuesday, I said, do you still have team pictures of all of these teams? He goes, oh, gosh, I did for a while, but I just couldn't keep up. I mean, if you're 6 decades of teams, that's a lot of wall space that you got to give up in your house. Smith, low snap, and then Johnston falls on him back at the 45-yard line.
Going to need a bigger garage.
Well, yeah, and in the back room at the Pizzetti house, there's football scouting reports in a few spots, and he watches a lot of games. I go, do you like watching tape? No, not really. I'm like, come on. He's just done it so many times that, yeah, he has. But he watches every game that Mediacom puts on, not just the one from Central Iowa, but he'll watch Esterville or Spirit Lake out of the northwest side or the eastern Iowa schools. He just loves football. Handoff again, Lawson left side, and he's tackled from behind. Lawson Langford there, the sophomore, 5'7", 145.
Good tackle there by Nolan Garza. Coming up, playing linebacker. You can learn a lot watching somebody else run your offense sometimes. There's a little nuance that you pick up that you want to add, another wrinkle to your offense or defense that you can add to the next game plan.
Well, and that's the opportunity. Some of these guys get to show what they can do under the Friday night lights. That's right. Smith to throw. Incomplete. He was going for Max Snyder. Attaboy, Max. And that, we have a whistle to stop the clock, change of possession there on 4th down. Actually, timeout Waukee. They're going to try to get one more play in.
I think the chains Waukee will have one last play here with 13 seconds left to go.
Again, we're watching other games here. It's now in the 4th quarter, and Ankeny leads 21-6 on Dowling. And Valley 14, Urbandale 7, Southeast Polk 20, Waukee Northwest 7. So Southeast Polk with a couple of touchdowns there. Cedar Falls, the opponent of the Jaguars next week, leads Prairie 17-14, City High 14, Ames 3. Johnston in front of DCG 17-7. So Putsy will come in with 13 seconds. From the gun. High snap, throws it quick, tipped, caught by guy we haven't seen who had started in the first week, Tariq Ali. And that is the game, 42-7. Centennial wins. Career win number 433 for Jerry Pizzetti. He sets the state record for most wins by an Iowa high school football coach with this win tonight. Congratulations, Coach. It's a lot of wins. That's a lot of games. That's a lot of football. Congratulations.
Tremendous job, coaches out there from both sides congratulating each other. It was a good game. One little note, Waukee pitched a shutout in the second half. That's something else they can take away from this game. So they gave a good second half. I know it's not the starters were out there, but still it's the effort, it's the continuity that works.
And there may be something in the works down here on the field. We're going to keep an ear out. So, Justin, be ready on the crowd mic. We may go up and hear what Tom Urban on PA has to say. Jeff Brooks has kind of given us a little hint of what may happen here. 6 different Jaguars scored touchdowns tonight, and they did it in a myriad of ways. The old-fashioned run in, take 3 defenders with you. The pass, the block punt, the pick 6. What else did I miss? There's a couple
They
other
had
weird ones.
a tailback run, their fullback. They had a quarterback pass. They had a block punt to put the ball in the 5.
I see activities director Rob Scott over there. He's got a game ball. And I'm hoping that's what we're about to see here. Jeff, why don't you get your... All right, I think we're going to hear the PA now with Tom.
May I direct your attention to just outside the 40-yard line, surrounded by his players and staff, with win number 433, Coach Jerry Pizzetti has become the winningest coach in Iowa high school football history. Congratulations, Coach Jerry Pizzetti and the entire staff of the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars.
And now Jeff Brooks has to try and tackle Coach Pizzetti somewhere in the middle there. I think they're going to have a little speech. We'll see if they do a little post-game talk to the team. We'll find out. Are they all going to walk off? They all are going to walk off.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to let him have his moment. He's with his kids. He's smiling. If he pauses.
Yeah, he's headed. They're now headed towards the south end zone now as we follow it through. And there is one of the longtime coach is going to address the team there in this moment. We'll take a quick 1-minute break, come back, and try to get a couple of words with the coach. Centennial wins 42-7. Back in a moment.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order?
1 banana pudding shake.
Cutting the bananas right now.
Someone got those vanilla wafers?
Almost ready. 1 banana pudding shake. Order up.
Really like your backyard, man.
There's nothing to the east, so I can do this all day.
No, Patrick. East is that way.
Oh, man, that's not good.
With Hy-Vee aisles online, it's easy to order online and pick up everything you or your neighbors might need.
Sorry about your hot dogs. All right. It won't happen again.
Okay.
Hy-Vee aisles online, convenient pickup, and we deliver too.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order?
1 banana pudding shake.
Cutting the bananas right now.
Someone got those vanilla wafers?
Almost ready. 1 banana pudding shake. Order up.
Ankeny Centennial 42, Waukee 7. Win number 433, Jerry Pizzetti. The most ever for an Iowa high school football coach, and you saw it here tonight on CISN.TV. He's posing now with the family. Several of those assistants and longtime family friends are getting a chance to come out and say their well wishes as Jeff Brooks tries to make his way there. And Coach, let's go down. Jeff Brooks with Jerry Pizzetti.
All right, hey, I'm here with Coach Pizzetti. Coach, I took a couple notes before game. 433. What does that mean to you? 6 different schools?
Four different schools.
I'm sorry, Coach.
I was at Murray 1 year, Melcher Dallas 7, Ankeny 42, and Centennial 8. And I'm so lucky to be able to have the type of players that we've had, the type of coaches and administration that back me, and so forth and so on. And I'm proud of that. And I'm proud that I'm in the record book with people like Dick Ty, who's a legend in this state, great football coach. And I'm just proud that I've been able to do this all these years, and the people that have supported me.
So the thing that I see that strikes me out of the people over here that are around you, your family, and not only your family, but your coaching family, your players are your family.
We're very lucky. We have outstanding coaches, and they're devoted to our program, and that's what it's all about.
So I am blessed to be able to talk to you. I can't imagine what your past players and your coaches are thinking right now. I want to wish you the best, and hopefully we get to see a few more, right, Coach?
Thank you very much.
All right.
Jeff Brooks with Jerry Pizzetti. Thank you so very much for your time, and sat there and just in the few short years of covering Ankeny and Centennial, it is something to the games. He might not be as involved in the day-to-day as maybe Ryan is. I mean, it's still listed as co-head coaches, but Tuesday at practice, Coach was out there barking at them when they were not doing stuff right on the punt team, and he was the motivator in that game. It's longevity and a commitment, and that's been a lot of football guys that you've seen go through if you're Coach Jerry Pizzetti.
Yes, his thumbprint is all over this football team, how they run their offense, how they run their practice, what they look like on defense. So he is an influence, and he's the icon. We're fortunate to broadcast a game like this tonight. So a first of most tonight in tonight's broadcast.
433 was the number. 6 was the number of different touchdowns tonight. Morgan, Cahill, Weibel, Miller, J.T. Turner, and Kaiser all with scores. It was an impressive first half. Second half, the continuous clock, just hard to get any flow. Waukee still trying to find their way, but I certainly think they are headed in the right direction. Multiple first downs in the second half. Got their first touchdown. I mean, they've come in and continued to build, maybe added a new part to this offense, as we heard Jeff say, and we've heard Coach Baker twice this season. He is the right guy for that job. He has got a big job ahead, but they are moving down the road in the right direction. Would you agree?
I think so, especially the second half. I saw them playing hard, getting their blocks out there, running backs running hard, the defense playing well. I mentioned the defense. They did not give up a touchdown. And you could hang your heads easily being down 42-0 at halftime. So there's a lot of character. There's good coaching. There's good quality players on there. Once they keep putting together, you build every game. This could be a tough out later on in the season to play this Waukee Warrior football team.
Well, and we're finding out about a lot of tough outs, and one of them might be the team that Ankeny Centennial beat last week, the Ankeny Hawks. They lead Dowling right now 27-6. That game also on the other feed here of CISN.TV. And Cedar Falls leads Prairie by a field goal. DCG's cut it to 7. Valley and Urbandale are tied at 14 in the fourth, so that's a good game. Tim, you called that one early on. Let's take a quick look at some stats. Centennial tonight, 83 yards passing, 181 yards rushing, total of 264. A lot of these are skewed, but Cahill 6 for 76, Morgan 8 for 48. Good Morgan and Cahill didn't even play in the second half, so those are all first half stats. Waukee 60 yards passing, that almost doubled their season effort coming in tonight, or that was almost their season effort tonight. 156 yards rushing, total of 216. So put a bow on. We're off next week. The Hawks come home to play. Centennial goes on the road. This season, if anything is proven, Tim, anybody can win on any night.
Very true, and that's a very typical of Iowa high school football. It's always great to see the kickoff. You can have all the stats you want and who looks good on paper, but you have to play the game, and we get surprised.
We do. We're back in 2 weeks. For Tim, for Jeff, for Justin, for Reese, I'm Paul. Thank you so very much for watching and listening tonight. Centennial 42, Waukee 7. So long from Ankeny Stadium. Congratulations, Coach Jerry Pizzetti. Win number 433, a new Iowa high school football coaching record.